They can hear you. Hey guys, welcome to One Up DS Live. As you can tell on the monitor right now, I'm the only person here, but we have special guests in here. Jamil and Trey couldn't be with us this week, so we have special guests here. So I'll introduce them little by little here. Let's go ahead and start on my left here. Go ahead and unmute them. Look who it is, fellas. First off, you remember Code. Of course you remember Code, one of the original hosts, still one of the hosts with us. But what you may not understand is this is somebody who is a defective from the Star Wars franchise.
Yeah.
Oh boy, he's pissed off. And our other special guest over here on the other side. And oh my God, look who it is. It's Pookie and Danni.
Pookie face.
Pookie face.
Hi. How is?
How is?
How is?
That's that Western talk.
That's that Western talk.
What?
It's Derek being happy to be home.
I am very happy to be home. However short it is, and, you know, I'm just happy that I'm back in Texas where there's things like, you know, air in the water and people that are nice to each other.
And Whataburger.
And Whataburger. Oh, my God,
Whataburger.
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 You missed it.
You know what? I do.
That's all
I
you
do.
miss with Whataburger.
It's right. The rest of you can go to hell.
But you're out in Vegas, so you know you've got all the shootings, gambling, drugs, prostitution, all the great stuff right there. You know.
No, what are you talking about? It's a perfectly Christian-like city. Nothing bad ever happens there.
People don't come up with the random cards and ready to give out all the call girls cards.
You know,
Actually, the card I got was for the local church in the grocery store.
Really?
Yeah.
That would have been a little awkward. Wow, that would have been. It was funny. I was down there last time I was in Vegas was for managers conference for a particular company I worked for. Actually, screw it. I worked for GameStop. I don't work there anymore. And we went there for manager conference, and one of the guys was like, "I got this. Don't worry about all this." And he was real uptight, standing. It's not gonna bother me. And they come up, I'm just gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gay," and I'm like, "It's not gonna work." And he's like, "Dude, it's gonna work great." Goes walking up, and the first guy comes up with the cards. "Hey, man." And the guy's like, "No, sorry, I'm gay." And the guy goes, "Oh, really?" Back pocket. Didn't flinch, didn't anything, and this guy just stood there for about 30 seconds. I'm like, "Are you gonna grab a card or no?" And he's just like running away at that point. The guy was smooth. I got to give him this. He did not miss a beat. He was just like, "Oh, really?" Back pocket.
Yep.
Back pocket.
Well, I guess if you're butt pirate like that, I mean, hey,
Hey,
If you're a
Real professional.
yeah. I got to give him this.
If you're
He
a
was
butt pirate,
competent.
if you're a butt pirate,
Yeah.
swashbuckling ass pirate of the seven seas.
In the Navy.
We won't bring up that particular individual that we're all now thinking about.
Because we're all thinking the exact same one.
Yeah. So just for reference, so when we came back, we had not realized we had been gone for over a year since we'd done the show. Me and Jimmy. So I put together a montage video and I put it on our stream, and we were going through all the guests, like people, like little clips and scenes from some of the stuff they'd done, and we pulled up Ghost, who's never made an episode, but we still love him, and he kept going down the line because the first time we ever had a 1-year anniversary of this show, Jamil did one and said, "Ghost, who never showed up for a fucking show."
It's okay. We as many things as that man got invited to and didn't show up to, I don't think that surprises anybody.
No.
Honestly.
No. And then even if he did show up, it'd be 4 hours late. Come on now.
That's true, and he would be half drunk, and his shirt would be perfectly pressed with a little bit of beer over here and maybe some whiskey or so whatever he took a shot of over there.
If
sometimes.
he had a shirt on, because that man.
That
liked
is
to show
true.
off his ass.
That is true. He didn't wear a shirt a lot of the time.
No.
But
and pants was a 50-50 shot.
Pants
Come on.
was a 50-50 shot.
Well, he did go as a world famous gold medalist, Phillips.
Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps. Excuse me, it's Phillips. Michael Phelps during a cold October Christmas or Halloween party at a friend of ours.
I still remember the night Derek asked for my number. I'm having a conversation with Derek, and then Ghost shows up, talks to us, leaves, comes back, has no shirt on in November. And I'm like, what is...
It didn't even phase you, probably.
No, it didn't. I was so focused on talking to her and getting her phone number and asking her out to dinner that I saw James and I was like, I bet he's cold. So, anyways,
Hey, they call me Pookie.
No, they call him Mr. Glass because those things probably could have cut some glass there.
You know, it's ironic that we're all in the same room after so long. Because guess what? TR Troubleshooters has now evolved to the point that you are no longer our pretty boy.
Oh, yes. This is true.
He is now our pretty boy.
You are now the pretty boy.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you can't get out of this one, buddy.
No, Tommy got engaged.
Yep.
Tommy got engaged.
But we had this conversation. What was it, like 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Well, what's funny is we brought it up because he actually focused on it. I said, "Oh my God, you're the pretty boy." He goes, "Oh God, no."
That's right. Damn it.
You're the pretty boy.
All right, we need to do some recruiting.
Nah, dog. You stuck.
Connor has somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
See,
how about
he's
that?
trying to
You know
reason
what?
his way
Not-
out
not
of
You know
this.
what? I'm the pretty boy with ears. I'll own it. It's fine.
All?
Oh, we're
All right.
Oh.
I'll fix that right now.
a little quiet.
We are a little
Oh
close.
no. Yeah,
Well, that's because
because he's really close.
I'm very close.
So-
Breathing on the mic.
That should be better. They should be able to hear us now because I just turned everything up.
What?
Back to pretty boy.
Yes. I still need to pass on the pretty boy trophy.
You do.
I
You
do.
have to knight him now.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I
God.
can't do that on, the public stream.
No, it's
I
private
don't know
fun.
if there would be children watching, and
This is all rated M for mature. But this isn't. No. You're not pulling your dick out and knighting him with your dick. No.
well, how else am I supposed to do it?
Look, that's how
he's-
Ghost knighted you.
We never told
Look,
you
that was
was
one time, and it was cocaine and drinking filled thing. Oh, yeah. No, I'm kidding. There
Yeah.
wasn't any cocaine involved.
Yeah. You're gonna do the Deadpool thing with the little baby legs crossing over, Oh God, it's staring at me. Yeah. That scene made everybody so uncomfortable. Thank you, Ryan Reynolds. That was so glorious.
Oh, man.
And now he's playing Detective Pikachu.
Oh my God.
What?
So they're doing
Ryan Reynolds is Detective Pikachu in the live-action Pokemon Detective
There's a movie called Detective Pikachu, live action Pokemon movie, CGI Pokemon characters,
Okay.
dark world setting really, and it's really weird because it's Nintendo, nice, bright, bubbly, kid friendly, really dark, gloomy
storyline.
Yeah, and Detective Pikachu is a Pikachu that can actually talk to the main character, and he's voiced by Ryan Reynolds.
And
It's Deadpool.
It's Deadpool style comedy with him at some point, but
Oh, man.
he's just like, I understand you don't understand what I'm saying, but I will electrocute you as he points to his tail. Pika, 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 whatever. I can hear you. What the?
I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, no, well,
Dude, Jigglypuff is in a bar with a karaoke mic and looks like he's about to stab you with a bottle.
oh yeah, oh
Wow.
Mr. Mime, he comes up and he starts doing this, and Pikachu goes, "I'm gonna get your ass." Goes up, hits that little invisible wall that Mr. Mime always puts up in the show, and kid's like, "Yeah, I saw that coming." Yeah, no, it looks really. I want to see it just for that.
Just for that, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really good.
We got our
that was the thing.
producer, Justin, checking our audio lines for us because evidently we were a little low, so if you joined us and we were low.
And
so
now
sorry.
we're super loud.
No, I turned you
I
down
was
a
about to
little
say,
bit.
Only you.
Only.
Only you.
Aw.
Yeah, turn to karaoke night.
Oh God, no.
No, we ain't
Not-
doing that.
Never again.
So, fun story about karaoke night. What was it like? When did he get back in town?
Who is he?
Yeah,
we
thank
Bolo
you.
and Dice and I went to. It was like 3 weeks ago, and we were hanging out, and then we're like, you know what? Let's go over to this bar, biker bar, and we're like, is it karaoke night? I don't know. I'm not sure if it's karaoke. Well, they got good food. They got beer. Let's go. So we show up.
First
It
off, you
was
lost
like
me at
revenge.
karaoke and biker bar.
Goes real hand in hand.
I think the bar is in a troubled spot right now because I guess there was some sort of incident that happened, and so the bikers are kind of staying away for right now. I don't know.
Eh.
You mean
I-
like Waco and Hooters? No, I'm Too
Not
soon?
quite that bad.
Too soon?
Not quite that bad. But so we show up, and it was like revenge of the angry mother or angry white girl night. Like the one that's like, I ain't need no man. I hate that guy. Blah blah blah.
So
whatever.
wait, was there a lot of Avril Lavigne?
Don't know. It was a bit too dark, which
Carrie
was
Underwood?
probably working in these ladies' favor. Just saying. Anyway, it was karaoke night, and they were drunk and angry, and yeah, I don't do karaoke.
Singing off key.
I'm just
Very
wondering,
much so.
were you singing karaoke?
No.
Does he sing karaoke?
I have never heard him sing karaoke, and he's never tried to make me sing karaoke, and that's why we're so happy together.
If you haven't noticed, that was a warning.
Kind of
Shots across the bow.
Last time I did karaoke, I was in San Antonio in a bar, but fortunately the rest of everybody else was drunk, so they were like, you've got to sing karaoke. Everyone has to sing at least one song and everything, and I'm like,
This isn't. You said San Antonio, not Austin, right?
yes, San
So
Antonio.
this wasn't a post.
No, this was not a post-con thing. This is different.
we never sang karaoke
No, no.
officially.
Officially.
No, they got me.
But we twerked a lot.
One of us did.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That man can twerk. So they're like, everyone's pissed drunk by this point. I waited to the end of the night, and I'm like, you know what? Throw on some Queen. No one's going to be able to hear me at all. And I belted it out. I screamed into the mic. You still couldn't hear me because the entire bar is just screaming because they're singing along. Every part harmonized. And it was actually sounded pretty good from on stage. I was surprised. But yeah, so that was the last time you couldn't hear me at all, and that was perfectly okay.
The only time I remember going to a karaoke bar recently, other than was in Japan, because I was in Japan, we went to a couple. Could just and that
You
was
have to. I mean,
it's the culture. Was the one that Ghost decided to sing and run around the floor and portray his whatever he.
It's raining, man.
Something. I don't remember what he was singing.
What was?
You have a sake and karaoke story. Tell it. I have a sake and karaoke story.
Do you remember the song?
Oh,
This could be an interesting story. We gotta hear
Uh-oh.
this.
You see now, I can't decide if he's like, do I tell this story or do
Yeah.
I'm
I
trying to remember
this
because I only
story?
drink sake a few times, but I never remember what happens during it. That's why I don't drink sake anymore.
sake, long time.
Yeah.
You know what? You'll have to remind me,
TikTok.
Antonio.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Bring it.
People in our chat.
Jog his memory, folks. Jog his memory.
I
We've
remember
slept
getting
since
drunk
then.
on New Year's Eve. This is, like 10, 12 years ago, back when Rock Band first came out.
Oh God.
PS3. And, yeah, that's how long I know. And I had the mic wedged up here, playing
Totally.
guitar
You
and
do-
playing drums, singing my ass off to some
I
police.
remember that.
It's what was it? The Message in a Bottle. Yeah.
Oh God.
I just
I'd
want
had
to
flashbacks of that.
point something out to you, sir. And to you too, actually. We've known each other for 10 years now. 11, actually.
12.
No.
Tw-
Was
12
I?
12.
How old are you now?
I'm 28.
You were 16.
Was I 16? I forget if I was 16 or 17.
You were 16 when you
You were 16 with him. It was 17 when I met you.
That's
yeah.
right.
Because there was a year difference where
I was including him in this
Yeah.
math.
it
So,
was, it was
yeah.
12 years because it was also the year, of the famous tackle
so
of the boxes.
was I the what?
The famous tackle of the next year was the famous tackle of the boxes, which was the next year.
Tackle of the box.
You and Ghost, some guy got all happy and written like stage dived into a bunch of empty boxes, and he ran off, and you came up and told us what he did, and we're on it, and y'all chased him down and pinned him on a wall.
I remember that.
Oh yeah.
We were laughing so hard we couldn't chase you to say they're fucking boxes. Let it go. We were laughing so goddamn hard.
The first years, coming
Yeah.
in and going in hard and just, oh God.
You know what? If any time that I've been to a con within before I moved to Vegas and I was still working with you guys, I felt so lazy because I literally just sat there and I'm just like, is anybody hurt?
You really did do that quite a bit.
No.
I'm the fucking medic. I ain't gotta do shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh god.
Yep. Dude,
Still
it's
can't go
great
wrong with
because
the
I
scissor
even
lift, though.
that's a
But-
practice that I
but-
learned when I was on the ambulance. I'm the
but-
medic, dude. We got firemen to do this
But
stuff. I just have
but
to
here's
write
the best
charts.
part. When we were doing those shows on New Year's Eve, you're the medic. We'll see you later.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Can I get help? Sorry, not the medic.
I remember that coming through. I was like, "You guys are dicks."
It was
and Keith,
payback.
You, Keith, Bonnie, and I can't remember the other guy's name with the mustache, but y'all were all in there, and y'all had back-to-back vomiters, people
Yep.
passing out.
Yep. But we knocked it out.
You did.
You did. Only
out.
only 2 transports that year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the year that the jackass with the Mio bottle was running around.
That's where all the
drugging
drug. Yeah.
people. Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you happen to be
was-
around when the guy at the Marriott at Yukon pushed the scissor lift off the roof?
No, he wasn't. He was never at Yukon. So during one of the conventions we were at Yukon, we were
God,
talking
you had to
about-
bring that up.
Hey, that was great.
They were doing construction on the very top floor of the hotel.
Okay.
And on the very top floor of the hotel, there was a blue, one of those high-end scissor lifts, right? Somebody decided to shove it out the window, and it landed on the back end of the hotel. And the hotel's like, why didn't y'all stop them? Huh, hold on. Back the truck up. It's in a non-convention space area. It's not on any floor we have anybody on. And why was the door unlocked? Yeah.
Was that the year they burned a hole in the floor? Or was that the next year?
That was the next year. That was the last year.
Yeah, the last
Because they
year.
didn't get the hotel back. Remember, we went to the
Oh, yeah,
American
yeah.
Airlines training facility.
Yeah, it was a little.
A cubby and a bed in a cubby, and that was it. And they gave us one room, and I went, the fuck?
Yeah, it was really really tight. But no, they had the Tesla coil company people whatever,
Yeah,
and they put in the guys doing music with Tesla coils before it got
Okay,
popular. It was like right as before that broke really big, and they were like, oh, we just need to put some tinfoil on the floor to ground this out, and we're all like, just tinfoil? Are you sure? Yeah, no, it's all good. You know, aren't you supposed to use like 1 inch thick, metal plate?
Aluminum plate.
Yeah, something to ground.
With aluminum plate with a grounding wire.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to use and ground it outside. Nope, they burned a giant hole in the ground.
Oh, yeah.
With all the arcing, there's just a big burn spot
In the concrete.
in the concrete.
I guarantee it's still there.
It's no wonder you'll comment the phone.
Dear Chief,
well,
much
no.
has transpired
So
since
that
last
was
we spoke.
The
reason
guy
I'm
that
writing
owned
to
that
you
didn't
today.
pay any of the hotels. That's why he kept bouncing from hotel to hotel because he would owe them 10 grand, he'd owe them 20 grand, he'd owe them 15 grand. He kept bouncing until they communicated, and suddenly it was like, no more shows.
Yeah.
And then he moved to Colorado
Yeah.
to open up a weed distribution system.
Oh, this
In
was the
vending
guy that you were
machines.
talking about.
Yeah.
And then I just saw him at Steampunk November. He's back. He's selling little rock gem necklaces.
He figured out the coal and peanut butter trick now. Is that what it is?
I guess. They're healthy crystals.
They're healthy crystals, yes. Great for the digestive tract.
Unless you're smoking it. I don't know what it does.
Hey, I don't know either. This is a new thing that they haven't been able to research it, Toa.
I was about to say, wait, they didn't cover that in paramedicine?
No,
you
they
guys
did
don't
not.
have.
You know what else they didn't cover in paramedicine?
But I did find out there is.
Tide Pods.
Hang on. there is one rock that will always work. A diamond will make the panties dry.
That is true from what I hear.
The bigger the diamond, the faster they.
The bigger the diamond, the greater the gravitational pull.
But the more.
It's a physics joke.
But the bigger the market leaves when it put. Look, I got dimples, and I didn't have these until after last night.
Right.
Ding. Are you ever gonna talk?
Yeah, I've been talking.
No, you have. You said two
I
words.
brought up the Yukon thing. with
He
the
did.
scissor lift.
He did
know.
bring that up.
That was greatness. I don't care what anybody says.
That wasn't greatness at all.
Yes, it was.
For
No,
you, it was
no.
because you didn't have to deal with the political bullshit of trying to convince them that we can't do nothing about it.
It's not our fault.
Wasn't there a bachelor party that was there that night too?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So that was actually the first year YuleCon, and it was me, my brother, and him. Okay, this is 14 years ago, right before TRT ever got started. Really.
Okay.
And he wanted us to come in, and we fully tacked out, and I'm talking about full police gear,
Okay.
and walked in to this convention that's on the side while this Mexican wedding was going on. And so they're all standing out front with beers, and we were all walking in with full like security shirts, security hats, gun belts on with everything but the gun.
Yeah.
We were fully downloaded. and they all hid their beers.
They got scared.
And they got scared. They're like, what happened? Like, nothing, a convention. Oh, cool. Can we drink? Yeah, I don't give a shit.
You should have called out ice. I need ice for my cup.
Okay, here's what's bad. And I can't remember if it was me or Justin, but one of us had an ice hat on. I can't remember who it was, but one of us had an ice hat on. And this was slowly the beer went away and all the cowboy hats dipped a little bit.
Don't make eye contact.
Gene was the most proud how we walked in and scared the crap out of the wedding guests.
That was pretty awesome. They freaked.
Not always true. Oh, so Laura Hill says it's not always true when it's a birthstone, it loses that factor. Oh, when diamond's a birthstone, it loses that factor. The panties dropping.
Yeah.
Get your birthstone.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, then that means
I mean, I don't
there's
really like
11
my
other
birthstones,
stones that
so-
we'll have to figure out which one this.
What is this?
clicks.
We need the Infinity Gauntlet, you know? Snap the panties, disappear.
Holy shit!
12 stones and a gauntlet, you know. I have every one.
Snap! They all drop. You can put yours back on.
Oh, and we all had that image of that person. We're just like, no, please no.
It's the people at Walmart.
Oh. When it starts looking like an Arby's ad, I mean, come on, that's just disgusting.
So there's a YouTube channel of people who are doing that. That basically take the snap and then they're going through like the Walmart picture and they're fading people away.
Oh, please, let's do that. Again, Dwight from The Office. We need a new plague. Just wipe them out. Tide Pods did a good job. Which, by the way, Tide Pods was still this year.
Oh, I know.
It was beginning of this year.
You know what? I'm still waiting for these kids to figure out that, Tide Pods are cool and all, but there's Kool-Aid coming out from the bottom of your car.
You mean Mountain Dew?
Yeah. I mean, Kool-Aid, Mountain Dew, it depends on what color.
Really thick
exactly.
hot chocolate. Really thick hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got.
You can smoke that stuff.
Here at One Up
just add a
DS,
little
we
bit
do
on
not
your-
condone smoking.
Add a little bit on your marijuana thing and light up. It's fine.
Is this like a story from Las Vegas? Or what?
No,
Hey,
it's
this
not.
ain't Florida, man. Come on now.
Sounds like something you hear from Las Vegas.
I do have many pot stories now because marijuana is recreationally legal.
Yes.
In Nevada. Did I say it right? I've been corrected so many times.
You said Nevada, and they're like, Nevada.
No, they're like, it's Nevada. Yeah, that's what I said. No, that you didn't say it right. It's like, yeah, I said Nevada the first time. And they're like, no, it's Nevada. Whatever. Y'all are saying it wrong. My country's bigger than yours. Anyway, there's been a lot, because it's recreationally legal as of the beginning of the year, I believe it was.
Yeah, you guys got it this year.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of people, locals and foreigners, I say foreigners, visitors, whatever, they'll show up and they'll go to a dispensary and they'll get brownies or gummies or what. I mean, I after my accident, we went into a dispensary because of the new federal regulations, I couldn't get any pain meds. And my doctor was like, you should try and check out pot. I mean, I know that it's not, you're not allowed to do it with your job, but you're off the job and you need something and I can't give it to you. And I'm like, all right. So we went in there and dude, it's pretty cool. They got a lot of stuff. It's cool. Like they've got, what did they have? They had the, they've got traditional pot, like everybody knows it, but they've got vape pens. They've got
vape pens. They've got chocolates. They've got a big cake. They've got the CBD honey. Everything.
Oh man, it'll blow your mind what's possible. I mean,
But then when you're done, you're like, whoa.
well, that's the thing. So they'll get these. They look like gummy bears, right? Mm. So with edibles, it's not like you smoke it and bam, it hits you, right?
Yeah, it's like a time release.
Yeah, because your body has to digest everything. So it's like an hour and a half.
That's why you eat one and you wait.
They don't tell them that. So they eat one, they give it about 30 minutes, and then they'll eat another one. And they'll give it another 15 minutes, and they'll eat another one.
Then they forgot they ate the first one.
So then
They get the munchies.
at the hour-and-a-half mark, there are 4 pot gummies in, and one of those is enough to last you about 12 hours. These things are not weak. It's not like your buddy who is experimenting with something and made pot brownies for the first time, and they hit you hard, but they don't last super long. No, these things last. The THC content in them is ridiculous. So they call 911, right? Because then they start freaking out. What's going on today, sir? Man, I ate a bunch of pot gummies. Okay, so what's going on? Man, I don't feel right, and I'm just really scared, man. Have you ever done these before? No, man, it's my first time. Okay. Does anything hurt? No. Are you having trouble breathing?
I know Kung Fu.
No. Okay, did you take anything else, like any methamphetamine, heroin, anything like that, right? And they're like, no. All right, here's what I need you to do. Do you have something sugary to drink? Yeah. Okay.
I want some of that purple stuff.
Go grab that.
Purple
for me.
drink.
Is it Coca-Cola? What is? Oh yeah, it's something. Yeah. Go grab that for me, man. I don't even think I can move. They're like planted to the couch. Okay, tell me where it's at, and I'll go grab it for you. It's in the fridge. Cool. Go grab that. What do you like to do for fun? Do you like to play video games, watch movies? Do you like to draw? What do you like to do for fun? Man, normally I play video games. Cool. Where's your controller at? It's right over there. Here you go, buddy. Do you have a cell phone? Yeah. You ever heard of Uber Eats?
Oh, so basically you're bankrupting these poor college kids who wanted to try a couple of gummies.
No. Basically, Uber needs to start sponsoring these medical facilities. Is what I'm hearing right now.
It's kind of the way it seems, yeah.
Well, yeah. So basically, I'll set them down. Here's your sugary drink. Take a sip of that or two. Start your game. Here's your get your food ordered. You got that ordered? Cool. Now let me tell you a little story. Nobody in the history of ever has ever died from marijuana. You're just baked as shit right now. Get into playing your game. Drink your Coke. You'll be good. Man, but what if I... Oh, right, I won't die. But what if... Dude, would you rather be high as shit playing your favorite video game, or would you rather be high around a bunch of sick people and probably what turns out to be a dickhead doctor because you came in because you're high? And quite frankly, we deal with this a lot. It's really dumb. No offense to you, but it's dumb. I'd rather play video games. That's right, you should. Sign here for me, sir. This says that you don't want to go to the hospital, and we will not charge you for our services. Okay. Have a nice night, sir. Goes back to the truck, sit down, do my chart, send it off.
Do you get them to order you some
I
Uber
give you
Eats?
$20. Next call is a weed call. Incident assigned. Yep, I told you. Weed call. It's become a thing of hilarity now.
You know what you could also do, like, when your ambulance has some food just ready to go. You could make some money that way.
Dude, I don't keep food on the ambulance even when I get it on the ambulance. No, you don't want to keep food on there.
Give them some tacos and tell them to sit down and shut up.
You have a business model now. Munchie Eats.
There you go.
I can't do that.
You just start the business model. You get a couple college kids, sit there, have a bunch of Doritos and Gatorade in the back of their car, and they literally...
What college kid is sober enough to do this job?
Hey, there's some starving college kids out there.
In Vegas, I mean.
Oh, well, yeah. I can't.
I'm sure here, yeah. I mean...
But still, Munchie Eats. Trademark this, all right? Munchie Eats.
Yeah.
All you have is Gatorade, Doritos, some other snack foods in there, and you just drive up. So that way they have a limited selection. You don't have to go anywhere to buy it. It's just you drive up to the house, you drop off.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah.
You drop it off. They give you $5-10 for overprice the shit out of it because that's what you're going to do because they're high. Drop it off, and hey, there you go. Bye. Have a nice day.
Dude, potheads are very aware of how much things cost. I'm just saying.
So you can't just bump it up 20%
because they gotta keep their money for
more weed.
More weed. I'm just saying, if you try to charge them $5 for a bag of Doritos, good luck.
A bag of Doritos and a drink. You make it a combo package.
That could work.
See,
Yeah.
you pay 25 cents for the that single bottle of Gatorade in the row of 20 they come in and throw them a little fun size Snicker.
I mean, because
There you
what
go.
does a regular bottle of Gatorade cost nowadays? It's like what, $1.50, $1.60?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't buy candy. I don't. I just don't eat candy anymore. I mean, I ate a
he
little
just
bit.
eats all of my candy.
That's right.
He said he didn't buy it anymore. He didn't need it. It's yours.
Well, she doesn't buy it either.
To be fair, that's true. My mom sends us candy, and then we have candy for months.
Bags.
Like multiple big bags
of like
at a
the
time.
good candy or that really
Yeah.
cheap like.
No, it's good stuff. It's real good stuff.
It's not the little strawberry.
Hey,
things.
wait, where are the dollars?
Oh, I
Hand
love
them
those
over.
little strawberry candies. Those are my favorite.
The ones that grandmas always have that no one can
Yes.
ever find, and they somehow they like you. Oh, you've hit age 65. Here's your bag of strawberry candies that never runs out.
That makes me really worried because
I
I
like those
literally
strawberry
found them
They
for
are good.
sale the other
Very
day.
good.
So I think I might have hit grandma status.
Oh wow!
Already?
No, you're not robbing the cradle just yet, girlfriend.
I thought I was for the last like 5 years.
Yeah, look at that face.
No, you
Look at
got
that
3
face.
months. You got 2.5
that's
months.
right. Until February 19th. He's the same age as me.
That's right.
I don't want to hear crap. My wife's 5 years older than I am. I ain't got nothing on this.
Well, when I first met Derek, he goes, "Well, I'm 24. How old are you?" And I go, "I'm exactly 24, so I think that's a good age."
In my brain, I'm like, I'm not gonna tell.
He didn't tell me he turned 24 the week beforehand. So he knows that I'm older than him, but he's like, yes, good.
More experience, older women. I mean, hey, once you go gray, there's no other way.
I'm trying. There was another one, but I can't remember.
There's
right
a few
now.
of them. I can't remember any of the other ones.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, my memory recall is not that good anymore. Yeah.
What's
It's
your
that
name?
old age.
Yeah, old age, my ass.
no, you carry
Well, I'm trying not to blame it on the accident. So,
Try
for,
all you might.
I know. Just for reference, for people who don't know, I got in an accident, a motorcycle accident, back in August, and I was. Well, you can tell that side of the story better, but my brain was on fucking Jupiter, dude. Not on drugs, mind you. It was the concussion. Before you sit there and be like, "Oh, it was the pot, wasn't it?"
You snuck some of those gummies, sir.
Pain management, my ass.
Yeah, it was not good. But yeah, so since then, if you've ever had a concussion, you would know your memory recall sucks, and we'll see how much I remember when I start treating patients again in 2
It's
weeks.
brain damage. That's what it is. It's
It
brain
is
damage.
brain
I'll
damage.
give you an IV. That's my eye. I know what I'm doing.
There's a red thingy right there. I can see it.
It's an IV. See, I. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
You've got two eyes.
Yeah. If I miss, you got another one. I can try again.
I think I'd be running away quick. I'd be like, fuck you.
I thought you broke your leg. Yeah, it's good. It's
good, I'm
good. Yep, I'm out of here.
Good.
I got duct tape at home.
Right.
Yeah, ain't nothing a little duct tape and zip ties can't fix.
Oh, welcome to West Texas.
Oh, we're
Splints of the world.
We're central.
North Texas.
North Central.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look,
People
when
on the
when you're
pan-
as far when you're as far west as I am, and you're in the middle of the desert. I mean, I know Texas has desert. Believe me, I've seen it many times now.
We have everything. We have
Right.
swamps. We have deserts. We have more deserts. We have cities. We have
Amarillo getting blizzard warnings.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's Texas. It's
Look,
its own country.
I miss. Yeah, it is. It's the greatest country on this planet. I'm just saying. I'm sure somebody in the chat's going to be like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm from California, and it's wonderful.
Hey,
Or
Ghost,
something
what are you
like
doing?
that. Yeah, hey, Ghost, tell me how California is right now. We'll wait. Don't worry.
That's why all them California companies are coming
Hey,
out here.
do you get charged for streaming by the minute, or is this like an hourly rate? or- No?
Nope.
Okay, I just,
We're gonna
just
be waiting
asking. We're going to be waiting a while.
just a little bit.
A little bit.
Er,
It's okay. Can I have a sip of your Ruby Redbird? Please?
Yes.
Antonio says, when weed is legal in Texas, I'm going to feed my wife some edibles.
I'm not going to ask what his objective with that is. Just ask.
I don't
just
know.
saying.
Oh, and we missed a comment below where we were still talking about the whole snapping fingers, dropping panties with stones. She goes, it doesn't even take stones.
It takes 2 stones. Thank you.
I'm just sitting here going like, what?
It doesn't take any stones like diamonds to drop her panties, is what she was saying.
I'm just imagining all the possibilities there are out there.
If you can
So-
only imagine.
There's one point Derek's working East Texas, and he's having.
Get a little closer to your mic.
Okay,
I'm
sorry. There's one point Derek's working in East Texas. He's having a good shift, and he's really excited.
I know the story.
No, he's really excited because he's just dropped a tube on a patient, going down the road, going really fast. He's done a really good job. He's very proud of himself. I can't understand half of what he's telling me, but I can tell he's happy about it.
He's on the phone. Look what I did.
So I just Google panty drop and send him a picture of like pink panties around some girl's ankles and just send that to him. And he's just like, that is perfect. That is the best response. Like, you're welcome.
I was actually thinking about that other story where I had just delivered a baby.
Oh, okay. So I wake up one morning. It is.
Wait, you delivered. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. You remember my job thing? Yeah.
It's 3:00 in the morning, and I get a text message saying, "Baby, I just delivered," or "Sweetie, I just delivered a baby."
Baby, I just delivered a baby, baby.
Every time she tells that story, that's what happens.
So I wake up at 7:00 in the morning, 4 hours later, and message him back. I'm half asleep. I'm like, how do I respond to this? So I just say, I'm not ready to have kids.
No, you didn't. No, way better. She goes, Derek, I'm not ready to be a father.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God.
So I had been up real early in the morning, so the phone goes off, and I roll over and I read it, and I read it, and I go, what? And I read it again, and I was like, God damn it.
You're too asleep, and it doesn't click, and you're just like, what the? Oh, son of a.
Yeah, no, it was a good one. I have to give her that one. It was
Delivering a child. It's a new perspective on a vagina going forward.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. For those of you who have not experienced the miracle of childbirth,
Like you.
like me, 7 times.
You have never given childbirth, sir.
No, I've delivered 7 babies.
I understand that, but I'm just saying.
Look, delivering a baby, I don't know. Catching a baby, yeah. No, it's seriously, it's like hut, catch the ball. You're catching a bowling ball.
I get that.
The first
And
time
he wonders why I don't want him to be there to deliver my babies.
you know that if we go into the hospital and they find out that I'm a medic, they might ask me to catch.
You know, I don't
Okay.
care if they ask you. You're staying by my face.
I tell you what, you're the uncle.
Stay out of
and
biting range.
We're gonna put out a poll for somebody to be the volunteer father during this course, so they can be like, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a mask on anyways. You won't be able to tell.
Not always.
I'm pretty sure when you're correcting a doctor on how to actually remove your child, she's gonna know.
I'm pretty sure if you're not right next to me holding my hand, I'm going to know.
Yeah, I do have something that tells you whether it's me or not now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep that arm away from her too.
Yeah, you'll be holding my left hand, dear.
Yeah.
I need a new metal plate.
Yeah, actually, I speaking of that metal plate, so between the metal in my jaw and my arm, we've decided that I'm slowly becoming the Wolverine. However, because I now have the metal plate in my arm, I need to go talk to the surgeon because it does not work as advertised. Just saying. Just a random side note, sorry.
Does it clink when you masturbate?
It does actually.
Oh,
It does. It does.
Is it randomly when she wants you to
It's
quit,
like giving
she's
myself-
instead of handcuffing you, she just put a magnet on the
I don't know. We're gonna have to try that one day because I might need to stay away from magnets. So don't give her ideas.
Too late.
Toa, keep giving me ideas.
So when you're going to airports, do they give you shit? Pull you off the side?
Well, now I was actually concerned about that because when the TSA and I have a lovely relationship in the sense that they feel like they get paid for a reason, and I feel like they just hate me because every single time, I'm not kidding, every single time I go through TSA, whose bag is this? Or, sir, you need to be pat down or whatever.
They just want to touch you.
Yeah, apparently. And it's always an old guy. It's never a female that does the pat down.
Get your fat ass over here.
Right. So
Christopher.
now that they've gone to
Pookie.
the microwave scanner thing, I don't think it's going to be a problem. But
When the metal starts heating up in your arm because the microwaves are hitting it and vibrating it. And, yeah.
I mean, I go through that microwave thing and I just feel hotter.
It's because on the list, your name is Pookie.
Do what? Oh,
Remember, that's what Justin said. Because your name on the list, Pookie. Hey,
That-
Pookie.
maybe.
I don't know.
No. Big Brother's always watching. We all know this.
TSA
Oh, yeah.
hasn't given me any trouble ever because I pre-register everything and
TSA never gave me any trouble until I started traveling with him.
The bad luck charm, yeah. Last time I was in
Ma'am, are you safe? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Is he holding you against your will?
last time I had an issue with
No.
TSA, I was going through DFW, and a buddy of mine, we're flying out. He throws his bag up, goes through, gets pulled. I throw my bag up. I go through fine. Everything's good, and we're waiting on his bag. I'm like, dude, do you have anything in there? And he's like, no, honestly, I don't. And they go through and they find these little razor blades for his razor, and he's like,
yeah.
I had one in the actual thing. I took everything out but the actual blade in the cartridge. And so they pull the bag aside, start doing more checks. Then all of a sudden, the bomb squad's out there, other people are out there, and they're having to do this whole check. And they're like, sir, do you have any gunpowder or any other substances in here? And start drilling him all these questions. And I'm standing next to him, slowly backing away. And he's getting really, really worried. And he's just like, what's going on? Well, we think there might be explosive device or explosives that have been in contact with this bag. Where do you keep it? And he's like, I keep it in my closet. I don't have it. Like, he's really starting to get freaked out. And they're like, do you have cats? Yeah. Your cat pissed in it. Because cat piss has nitrates in it, and it will actually set off those scanners because they're that sensitive. And he was just like, I'm going to kill that cat. I'm going to kill it. Because, I mean, they had, again, bomb squad guys coming out. They had all these things, starting to descend. And we're just going, like, dude, really? All of that? And your cat pissed in your bag?
Hey, here's a PSA for you. Wash your luggage before you get on a plane if you own cats. Do, do, do.
More you
Oh, yeah.
know.
Gas commercials.
Yeah, we had a cat named Tallulah. She got shot. Not by me. Our neighbor behind us, who has chickens. We warned him he doesn't clip its wings, and chickens can get enough height that they flap hard enough.
Yeah.
And they fly over and they come pick in our yard. And we warned him that if he didn't do something about it, we weren't responsible if a chicken should die via the dog, the cat, or one of our guns accidentally goes off and we have fried chicken that night. Found 2 dead chickens in our yard, and I was like, oh, crap. And then later that night, I hear a 22 go off. Never saw our cat again. So I have to assume that that's where it was.
You Detective Pikachu'd that.
I assumed. But I haven't seen him outside of his house, so...
I don't think I'd come on either.
Yeah.
I mean, I would. I mean,
But you wouldn't shoot my cat.
no, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You'd
There's a
clip
difference.
your bird's wings.
No, I'd keep the cat.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Train it to love the chicken.
Somebody would take care of it.
Voluntold.
Yeah. Well, no, she loves
No,
cats.
I'd be thrilled.
That Catwoman.
You're going to be a cat woman, aren't you?
The only thing keeping me from being a cat lady is Derek.
Yeah. I even got her a cat.
He did. Last year for Christmas.
Did he wrap it, poke holes in the box, make you open it?
Actually, we totally have a picture of the cat in the old wrapping paper, just like, yes, here's the present.
It needs to be fed, watered, taken
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
litter
Dude.
boxed.
This cat is so cute. Like, I'm gonna obnox you guys
No,
with
go.
pictures later. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, he.
Does it have its own Twitter feed, Facebook feed, Instagram feed?
I'm
you're not
cool
as
enough
bad.
for Twitter
Does
and
it
not-
Instagram.
Does it have a premium Instagram?
Yeah, then it's not as bad as some people. Okay?
No, just have my camera roll as cat. Like,
Look what she did today. She was sleeping on this side. Now she's sleeping on this. Oh, look, the sun's touching her.
okay, not that bad. I do have kitten playing with bubble wrap video though, which is
That's
pretty
different.
great.
I mean, that's different. But we actually have friends of ours that have done that. Where they have an entire social media feed dedicated to a cat, and they post more in there than they do their own. And they explain the temperament.
Living vicariously.
I don't know what that. No. It just I unfollow.
Hey, Code. Remember with Toa, less syllables.
Damn.
Shots fired. It's been a long time since
It
I've
has
given
been a
you shit.
while. And well, no. Watch any other episode. I get shit all the time.
Yeah, he does. He does.
It's fine. I mean, that's part of the banter though. The show.
That is.
Like,
You know what? I still remember, and I think you remember this too. You remember that one time when you one arm slammed me from bed to bed in Austin while we were doing the con?
That's right, ladies. One on.
Yeah. No, I was
Slammed him in that bed. He squealed a little.
He and I started wrestling, and wrestling, and I had.
You're back in Texas. Wrestling.
He had just started Taekwondo,
Jiu-jitsu,
whatever
Yeah.
it was. He's like the 3rd year in, and he's like, I could still take him. I said, okay, let's go.
Oh.
Yep. And I weighed a grand total of like 120 pounds,
Soaking wet.
soaking wet and naked.
So he tried to armbar me,
Yep.
and I
And
stood up,
he just stands up and goes, "Hold on, real tight." And I'm like, "Okay."
and I go slamming him from bed to bed with my arm.
Yeah.
It was a little bit like the Hulk.
It was. It
Yeah.
was. You were wearing your Hulk shirt, weren't you?
I don't have a Hulk shirt.
You had a green shirt.
I was wearing either this one or my Punisher shirt.
I think it was that one.
Probably this one.
I think it was.
Yeah.
This is like 12-year-old shirt.
Yeah, it's an old shirt.
Yeah. Because all you hear is, ah, ah, ah. Are you done? I'm done.
Yeah.
All right, and scene. That's enough for that gay porno.
All that fisting got done. That's why we call him our little Pookie.
That's right. Even
And then
after all these
the
years.
random, convention we were at, we're sitting there watching. It was Sunday. We're watching a football game because we're about to leave, and somebody decides that we're gonna slap people's asses and who can slap harder. And Ghost decided to take on everybody.
I feel like this is a Ghost sponsored idea.
It is a Ghost brought to you in part by Ghost, who worked in the gay porn industry.
Yeah.
I don't know if he actually did. I know he worked at a gay strip joint. He was
did.
a stripper.
Yeah,
Hey, he said the money was better, so hey.
You know what? I don't know if it was or not, but
He held the championship belt consecutively like 3 years. So
He was good on a pole, evidently. He won awards for this.
He did. And
I
had
saw the awards and did not see him be on the pole.
No, but we all made the joke about going up there with Monopoly money and just throwing it at him.
oh yeah, I remember that.
The colorful money at him. But
He
we
said
thought
he would take it too.
we
Yeah.
would, but we pretty sure we would get our asses beat by like every gay person in the bar. So like, no, let's not do that. No, so he decided to slap somebody's rear end. I don't remember whose it was that started it off, and it turned into who could slap harder, and then suddenly it turned into me and Bat sitting there going, "You ready? Ready? All right. You sure? Yeah. Whack, whack. Ah! His ass was purple.
Yeah.
He could not. The drive
Well,
home was the most
No,
painful
because
part.
Bat missed and got his thigh. He got
Oh,
like the lower
yeah.
part of his
Oh,
thigh,
yeah.
and he couldn't. He had to lean on like one leg the entire ride home because it was bruised, and it was just like, and he's just whimpering the entire ride home.
Yeah. Diesel's the only one that didn't join in. He just sat there on the bed the whole time.
He knew better. He was
He did know better.
smart person. There.
He's out in California now too.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. You talked to him fair amount, more than me, anyways.
Yeah, I talk to him more than once a year.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, after your accident, I was going to call you, but I had decided, you probably already getting 1,000 phone calls, and then,
Yeah.
and then out of nowhere, I get a call from Danny. We didn't forget. We were so sorry. I was like, it's okay. Figure give y'all time.
Yeah.
He's alive. Okay.
I
Thanks.
felt
I-
so bad because I saw Toa comment and I was like, I haven't called Toa. Like, I've been so busy orchestrating with Derek's parents, I haven't called.
Called the family, goddamn. The real family. No, it's
Antoine says something about Brokeback Mountain. What does that say?
yeah.
Oh,
it was-
reenacting
Sure you
it.
weren't reenacting Brokeback Mountain.
It was close.
I don't know if that was a question.
sounds
or a
were the same.
sarcastic
The
statement.
sounds were the exact same. Yes.
Can I have a beer, please?
Sure, which one would you like?
Beer 30.
The alcoholic kind.
Beer number 3.
Because I don't want this
Oh
one.
yes.
Is that like a party pack or something?
It's like the
The sampler,
brewery
right?
tour,
Yeah.
Because we have regular Shiner in Las Vegas,
But I don't have any of the good stuff.
no. Well, even the regular Shiner doesn't taste right because it skunks on the way over because of the heat.
Okay, real quick, has anyone tried the Shiner s'mores yet? Because we saw them in the
have not.
store, and I really want to try it, but I
have
didn't
not.
want to commit to a 6-pack.
Well, whatever you don't drink, we leave here because I have more alcohol than I know to do with. And most of the time we end up using it on shows. Like I've got a bottle of wine and 2 bottles of
Malibu.
Malibu, which is normally what I drink per show. And then we had a whole bottle of sake.
You drink 2 bottles of Malibu per show.
No.
I think you might need to talk to somebody, Toa.
I actually don't
Is there
drink
something
that much.
that you need to tell us?
This is turning into an AA meeting.
Evidently.
This is a safe space.
It's a safe space,
The
Toa.
fuck it is.
He knows better.
This is my house. I understand exactly it's not
So is a
safe.
very safe
Gun,
space.
gun, 3 guns over there. Ain't no safe space here.
Look, all of my guns are on a wall.
Well, you don't
'Cause I
have
have
children.
a wall of guns.
You don't have children. My kids know how to shoot, and they will go, bah.
Yeah, that's a good. Point.
And my youngest has schooled this one over here because they were playing, airsoft, which I busted out the big old airsoft from
He cheated.
GlitchCon.
He cheated like a motherfucker.
You don't remember the GlitchCon airsoft war?
No,
Was he there for that?
He
I
was.
don't think I was I?
Yeah, because he got the shotgun. He got the
Nerf ones.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't
I'm
there for
fairly
that.
sure you
No,
were there.
he
No.
wasn't. It was you, me, Bat.
Nugget
was
and
this-
Tommy and Diesel. That's what.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He
you
wasn't
were
there for that. No, we-
Squirrel.
Yeah, because it was the first year GlitchCon decided to do a kind of a Nerf room. They
Yeah.
took a big auditorium,
Oh, that's a
put up,
great idea.
put up a bunch of chairs, little barriers, and had this Nerf war.
We have so many Nerf guns.
Well,
anyway.
we found out about it and we're like, well, shoot, we got part of our cut. Yeah, we got part of our cut. Cool, let's go.
Yeah, they gave us their cut early, by the way.
Yeah,
Alright.
So we went. Okay.
we go to
And
Toys. Bad idea because
went to
we
Toys
spent
R Us.
I think we all.
The total between all of us, we spent $700.
Oh,
But
Jesus!
No, but I've got a fully automatic Nerf gun over
You
there.
got the M249 or
the
whatever.
big
it is.
blue one
Yes.
with the balls.
blue one.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
the
show 'em
rival,
this.
the rival one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got the big ass clip that's got holds like
Yeah.
100
Yeah.
rounds or something
Yeah.
like that.
Me and Bat each got one of those.
Okay.
Bat
And
got a
then
shotgun one.
He also got the shotgun one and
Okay.
shoots out like 2 or 3 at a time. Then some others got the little pistols, which they'll shoot harder than anything. They
Yeah.
hurt. And so we buy tons of extra ammo,
Extra clips.
lasers, lights,
We- it-
scopes.
Toys R Us was still in business, and they're doing slowly
50% off.
Yeah, all their
50%
Nerf. So we cleaned out
You
the
guys
section.
went to town.
Oh, we went to town.
It was bad. It
So-
was
So
10
Toys R Us was sitting there like, thank you.
yeah. This
Was it
this
Japanese?
almost
Oh, we thank you very much.
thank you.
Oh,
you almost saved our
Ju-
business, guys. You know, you almost saved.
you give us rice to this one day tonight, whatever. But no, we go back to the hotel and we literally just straight to the hotel room
Okay.
and we load out.
Okay.
And then we all walk into the Nerf room like badasses on a freaking video game going, we're next.
And they,
Undefeated 3 rounds, I'll tell you right now.
well, and then the next day they asked us to actually go back in the room because they wanted to do a tournament, and then at the end they wanted the the group that won the tournament to fight us.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
you
fair.
whooped 'em?
Oh,
well,
it was.
it turned into team versus team.
Okay.
But when they realized that, because they had stacked up chairs on each side of your 2 walls.
Yeah.
Well, we were smart. We had ammo dumps. We had placements of mags. So as you walked, you could reload because you knew how long it was going to take.
Right.
We had everything planned out all the way around our half of the room.
Okay.
It eventually turned against the entire convention versus us, and we still won.
Wow.
I want to be in this next.
It was
really
like
wish I had
35 people, I think, at the end, and
Yeah.
they were like, "Okay, as soon as you get knocked out, come back, slap my hand, you go right back in." And
Right.
people were going back, slapping hands, turning around, pop, pop, pop.
turn into a tag
But literally,
team game.
it was me and Bat since we had the
So basically,
automatics.
you guys migrated to kill boxes.
We did.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
we did. We had the automatic, so
Right.
we were laying down cover, and then people would jet up to the middle section, and then the moment we would stop firing, they'd go up and boom, one of the heavy shots, boom, off the forehead.
And then, well,
You're out.
one of, the, one of the cool things though is if there's like a little kid or somebody younger playing, we'd keep them on our
Yeah.
team, and so that way they could be with us, and it'd be pretty much protect the president.
Protect him, yeah.
And we're just like
It was Mr. President, by the way.
And we totally just would go to town. Someone would shoot near the kid.
You know what? He lost again.
Yeah.
He just lost again.
did.
So just expect it later. Buddy.
I know. I caught it. Fortunately, I tell stories with my hands, so I can't quite get it up there.
Here's
fast
also the problem. She knows the game too. So they still have
Oh!
He knows.
Okay, so does
Tell
everybody-
no,
okay.
they all don't. Tell the story.
So, what was it, like 2-3 years ago?
4.
4 years
Four.
ago. So
4.
4 years ago, the troubleshooters came up. Well, got told about.
You
really.
did. You told us about it.
No.
I know,
I told you about it
Oh,
because
was
he told
he
me.
told you.
I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah.
It was some
Oh, okay.
random meme.
So he finds this game, and it's called Get Down, Mr. President, or something like that.
Yeah.
I forget the title. So here's the thing: you got a group of people, and you're walking somewhere, and one guy, doesn't matter who, starts doing this. The last person who, if everybody does this, it's fine. But the guy who
that doesn't realize
I'm
it.
going to claim, to demonstrate, I'm going to claim that I don't get tagged for this, okay? All right. So, everybody agrees, yes?
Yes.
I guess.
So the guy, if everybody in the group is doing this, and there's one guy
I
who's
didn't
just-
agree.
There's one guy who's just walking along, not doing, checking his earpiece. Everybody else looks at each other, confirms, yeah, we're good. And then you yell, "Get down, Mr. President," and everybody dogpiles this guy.
God.
You tackle the shit out of him.
Tackle the shit out of him. Now, we got
Bobby.
Bobby.
Yeah.
The very first one we got.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time was great because I got a picture of him doing this.
Oh, yeah.
From underneath Pookie's torso.
Yeah.
The second time, it didn't go well.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
But it was fun. It
And
was
then-
so fun. And it's continued ever since.
It has, and one of the best parts about it is we have a picture that they were taking a picture of everybody who worked the show,
It's on my Facebook page, though.
and you can
It's on
actually
my banner.
you can see it, and everybody in the background, because even his niece started playing, other people stared playing.
Oh, yeah. Everybody got in on it.
Oh, the entire team's doing this.
The entire team's doing this.
Which, by the way, Mr. President.
Yeah,
Damn it.
yeah. But the entire
We'll go
show's
gentle
doing.
since you've been recently tackled by a car.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I tell you what, we'll let Danny tackle you.
She can tackle me.
I don't know if everyone saw me wink at him, but
No, but we heard a.
I mean, it was pretty obvious.
Oh, you got the pistols. Both barrels.
Both barrels. I appreciate that. I love you.
What's love got to do with it? Oh. Did you just fart? What the hell? Release yourself over there?
You might want to hold your breath.
Oh. If it was bad, we'd already be running out of the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Antonio said, "Let Jamil tackle him." It's
Jamil would have
like
a
a
hard
giant,
time
giant. It's like a giant and a dwarf.
See, we've got agility now on Jamil. Finally, he
Yeah.
slowed down just a little bit
He's
enough.
lost a ton of weight.
Did
Like
I
he
tell-
is. He's.
Did I? I think I told you guys this story about after he had his first surgery, for after they figured out that he was diabetic and he had the surgery to take care of that. I texted
You may
him.
have. There's a lot of stories.
I texted him, and I was like, "Jamil, I'm real sorry, man, but we can't be friends anymore." And he's like, "Why?" And I go, I'm real sorry, man, but I'm lactose intolerant." And he just looked at me and he was like, "That's a new one. You win."
You get to live today, sir.
So,
and
yeah.
then to this day, it still hurts his brain.
I still remember the first time I met Jamil. I was in shock. I was like, holy shit, this dude's massive.
Yeah, I still remember the chicken stories from when I met Jamil from Con. You remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were good. I enjoyed those.
we
quite a
don't.
bit.
We don't tell those stories no more.
I know.
They've
I
been
know.
so told and played out over 15
I know,
years.
but when that's like at the age of 16, that
It's
kind
almost
of a
Yeah,
story,
it's
well,
almost an adult now. I mean, if it's 16 years old, I mean that story is almost an adult.
No, it's 12 years old.
Oh, the chicken
Yeah,
story.
The
chicken
chicken story is 12. It was his
Oh,
first
okay.
year.
It was my first year.
Okay.
Yeah, he was 12 years old.
Yeah.
And yeah, I still have the recording of that thing.
Oh God.
Was it that year or the next year that Lewis was out in the parking lot getting chased by the bird?
I still have that recording too, and that was 2 years later. I like my chickens dead and deep fried. He was being chased. Okay, so there's a video of him from like the 4th or 5th story.
Okay.
He went out to his car, and a mockingbird was dive bombing him.
Okay.
And so they're on the phone with him. And he's like, here comes that motherfucker again. He's like running. You see the bird dive bomb, and he just scoots away in his Jinko jeans and shit running away. He's like, don't you like birds? No, I like all my birds dead and deep fried, you know? And he's dodging between cars. This mockingbird
And
just
we're
did
watching
not
him.
want him.
We're watching him for the 4th story, just dying in the windows.
And medical team, of course, is recording the entire ordeal.
Oh,
Where's Lewis at nowadays, anyways?
Lives in Waxahachie, I think.
I ain't seen him.
We don't keep in touch very much.
I still have friends that work there.
In Waxahachie?
Oh yes. You remember I used to work in Ellis County.
I'm so sorry.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
it is what
Yeah,
it is.
Dustin and all the medics down there still work with that down there with Glen Heights, I think, right?
I think Dustin Freeman's in Ferris.
Ferris now?
Yeah, Ferris.
He.
I saw his
well,
parents the other day.
Did you?
Yeah,
How are they?
they're good. They're actually.
I tried calling him yesterday. He didn't call back.
We talked for the first time, like, about, I guess it was a year ago, but we haven't
Okay.
really talked since then. He was just like, I miss my friend. I was like, I miss who you were. You know, but evidently he's got a lot better. His mom and dad were actually at Steampunk November. They had their
Really?
they're doing that like not the scary house, but like the
Haunted house.
the mystery house where you have to follow the puzzles to get out.
the
Trap room.
escape rooms.
Escape room.
yeah.
They're doing an escape room, but it did this big old tent version of it. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And when we were helping them, and she's like, "What? You look familiar." And I said, "I should, Mom." Michael? Yeah. Holy shit! Yeah. How you doing?
Yeah.
We thought you were dead. Nope.
Nope.
Close. Because there was a tornado that hit out there.
Yeah.
The weekend, 2 weekends before, we did the Riders in the Field. We got hit by a tornado out there. It went 10 miles south of us, but the winds had just tore up everything over there. But no, we had talked. He's like, he was a lot better. The new wife has really kind of got him grounded. He hadn't, he'd not been as much of anger issues as he had, and so give him a shot. And I said, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, things happen.
Friendships fall apart.
Yeah, friendships fall apart and they get back together. So, but Dustin, if you're watching,
Call Pookie for a good time.
that's right.
Give him that number 63. You know what I'm talking about.
We stopped doing the 63 special a long time ago.
You have no idea what I'm talking about. He
No, I have
does.
no idea.
It's old
I
high
have
school.
no clue.
I've known this guy since freshman year of high. Oh no, before that, God, fucking junior high. I've known Dustin since he was with junior high. So he used to play football for DeSoto, and he was number 63, and we call it the 63 special. Ball squealing.
I don't want to know.
I think you do.
Didn't he
Yeah.
do the hockey with you too?
He did. He
Skating
played
ring?
hockey with me too. Yeah.
Speaking
Like
of
good
hockey,
old days.
I
Yep.
had never watched a hockey game until I went to Las Vegas. Strange.
Seeing we had stars here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can
I
watch
mean-
it here.
I know. But the Vegas Golden Knights came out, and they did really, really well their first year. I have a picture somewhere. Maybe I don't anymore. But there was a picture on
But
my
you like
phone.
it now.
I've watched a few games. I don't really quite understand everything that's going on, but it's enough to see the puck go that way, puck go that way. Dudes get messed up, and they get in fights. Yeah, this is my kind of game.
Okay, so
Pretty
picture
much.
picture soccer.
Yeah.
But if they get knocked down, they don't go They get up and they go motherfucker, and they start to brawl. That's hockey.
The gloves come off, the fists come out.
Oh, and sometimes it gets really fun to watch.
Vegas had a hell of a year though.
Yeah, they
I
did.
actually followed that team. I mean, for a new team to make it that far, hey.
Well, there was a even at the station, we have a crew ready room, and they've got a pretty sizable TV in there. And I had come in for shift one day, and when my shift started, it was I think they had 3 or 4 minutes left, and this was during the finals. So they had 3 or 4 minutes left, and there's everybody. I'm standing in the back, like, click. Everybody with my phone, taking a picture.
Click.
You're not supposed to have your phone out.
You were arching your back and.
That was
rubbing
very
your
white
nut-
girl, sir.
Click.
That was. I was about to go get yellow white chocolate mocha from Starbucks. Ugg boots, sir.
Click. That's what you do. You arched
was.
your back.
I'm trying to sneak it. Look, it's a nice podium thing right here. You just camera a little bit around. Got it.
Oh, see that more manly.
He had to get. He had to get the,
like your lip-
get the
Screw you guys. I'm telling a story now. Thank you.
Oh, so you can pick on me, but if I pick on you,
Oh, no. I'm not going to let you get away with it.
have you not seen the show? Trey and Jamil go to town on my ass, so just go for it.
By the way, they make a special cream.
Yeah,
Tightens it
they
back
do.
up.
I know. Buttercream. Coconut buttercreams
I
are the
don't
best.
think you heard the last part of that statement.
Tightens it back up. Oh, I heard it.
I can't tell sometimes, man.
Hey, sometimes you shit better when it's looser.
That is true. That is true. I have a story about that.
Oh God.
Danny, no, I told you. Don't stick it that far up there.
You're not the boss of me.
You don't jump from number 6 to number 10. You got to go to the number 8
Gotta
first.
gradually go up. Come on.
I like the look of surprise.
Oh, yes, very nice. That was good.
You know what? One cool
One
point.
cool point. Yeah.
I haven't given one out in years, but there you go. One cool point.
There you go.
I'm happy with that.
Yes. Treasure those.
Now
Ghost.
you're gonna go to the 12.
You already got your look of surprise. This year. All right.
Oh, that is true. Did we tell you all about Derek's Christmas present?
Well, you told us, but not on air.
Not on
Okay.
there, yeah.
So I asked my family if they would go in on a Christmas present for Derek with me to get him the HTC Vive because that's what he's been wanting for about 2 years now.
So, yeah.
And, you know, he's
Nice
been
VR
vacation.
setup, yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice.
So we're all waiting for him to open this box, okay? And he's looking at it and he gets the cardboard box open. And apparently there's nothing on the next box. So I'm waiting for him to have some look of recognition and he's just staring at it like, what is this? So he finally gets it open and you see this look slowly cross his face of almost horror and then happiness. It was the most surprised I've ever seen him look at Christmas. I'm pretty happy with it. Only at Christmas, though.
Yeah.
Only.
Most of my surprises on the truck, unfortunately.
Yes, those are the surprises I was referencing.
You don't like those surprises.
No.
No, those are bad surprises.
Sometimes they're good surprises. Sometimes they're perplexing. Story time.
Story time.
So there I was.
No shit. There was in his
Shit,
bathroom.
there I was. So we responded to a call for a woman in the desert, and
How did you find her?
it's-
Woman in the desert. Go.
yeah, right.
Entire state. of nothing
I
but
guess she
desert.
was close enough that somebody
Okay.
was able to see. Anyway, there was a rather perplexing dynamic with this woman. And she had a lot of stuff in her purse or bag or whatever the heck it was that you're just sitting at, what is this for?
Do I have to play like
Why is
somber
this?
music? Wish I had a piano.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
I know.
dun,
And you're
dun,
just
dun.
sitting there like, what is going on here? And then when you heard her speak and you asked her questions, you're just like, oh, you've done too much math.
But did she have all her teeth?
Uh,
Because, I mean, that's, my first sign of meth user is, oh, hey, look, you're missing half your teeth. Ugh.
I don't remember, actually. I see too many of them nowadays. I'm sorry. Meth is a big problem in Vegas. Huge problem.
Meth is a big problem everywhere right now.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's where I see it. Because I never responded to meth calls in Ellis County. Like, every once in a while I might, but not like a daily occurrence like in Vegas.
where was
But PCP out there. Ellis County was well known for back in high school for ice and PCP and chlorocenes, triple C's.
Well, I think it was just a few years ago there was that meth house that actually blew up. On
Yeah,
the
that's what I was
area.
trying to. There was something. That
Yeah.
It just
Yeah, it
happened
was-
like a little while ago.
Yeah.
A couple
it
years
was-
ago.
There was a
Well,
meth
no.
house that blew up. You remember that old apartment I lived in Addison?
Yeah.
There was a meth apartment that exploded while I had been out drinking, so I wasn't there, but it went poof, and
That's all it did.
well, I don't know what it exactly did.
So it queefed.
It queefed and then exploded into a giant ball of flame. But
Well, ow.
They
make a cream for that.
they do make a cream for that.
It tightens it up.
It ain't gonna tighten it up that much.
No, yeah,
That ain't growing back.
no, no. But anyway, yeah, a lot of weird stuff going on in Vegas, man.
Hey, what goes on in Vegas does not stay in Vegas. It comes home and gets spread around to everybody else.
Welcome to social media and YouTube.
Exactly. Nothing's safe nowadays.
Thank God there wasn't cell phone cameras when we were younger,
Oh God.
or as
Well,
prevalent.
Antonio just said that. So that's why most of the con antics weren't recorded. Aren't recorded. Well, yeah.
Thank God.
I just remember that the first challenge that was going around on the internet was the cinnamon challenge.
A spoonful of cinnamon.
Yeah, spoonful of cinnamon.
But
Yeah.
that's kind of harmless. It just burns, and it's
Well, it can cause a reaction. We've had there was 2 videos where the lady almost coughed to death, and 911 got called in a live feed because I kept clean smelling shit for a while. I was surprised she was still alive. We walked in the room, brand new bag of Tide Pods. We only had 4 left in his bag because we usually pull them out and put them in our bigger container.
Right.
And we ran out of room, so we left the 4 in the bag, put it on the shelf. Well, she jumped up there, and she ate the whole bag of all 4 of them. We're like, well, she's going to die. Next day, she's still alive. She goes out and takes a giant, very, very loose shit.
She
and,
farted bubbles.
and it smelled like Tide. I'm like, fuck, if I knew this, I'd be feeding this to dogs forever. Your shit smells fantastic.
Okay, so people on the
Hey,
internet,
what
feed
smells so
your
good?
dogs.
I stepped
here
in
at one of
shit.
DS. We do not condone feeding Tide
We do
Pods
not
to-
condone, but it is funny as hell.
It's sad we got to put warning labels and everything now. Not to do
Well, that's
something.
the reason they ever put warning labels on anything is because somebody tried,
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
a blow dryer orally.
What?
Yeah.
The reason why there's a label on all blow dryers says "Do not insert this into oral areas" is because there was a woman
Orifices?
oral
Orifices?
orifices, whatever. Because a woman decided to stick it up her vagina and turn it on because she wanted to heat herself up.
She wanted to have a good time.
I don't know. If I stick my dick in something and it burns, I'm going fuck.
How many dick stuck in something stories do you have as a paramedic?
Especially in
Not
Vegas,
enough?
I mean,
Actually, I have more inserted into dick stories than dick inserted into stories.
And I'm good. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. One of them I didn't actually respond to the 911
I've got a police
call.
one involving a taser with a dick, but that's about it.
Oh yeah. No, I've had that.
No, well, we were doing the certifications.
Yeah.
And they always, hold your arms and you get shot and you get a couple on you and you go down, you're fine.
Did you see the one of the guy
He
who
shot a little too low and he wasn't wearing thick pants
Eh,
and it dick hit.
did you see the video? It's a guy who's going through taser certification. and they-
Taters.
Tater.
Tater.
Tater
Here in
certification.
Idaho.
Tater certification.
Here in Idaho.
He grew up potatoes real good. So no, this guy's going through taser certification, and they got him set up, and they tag him when they start laying him down, and he's and then he vomits all over the mat, like right before he goes
Face
all the way
plants
down.
and now it's like
Well, they're holding him so that he vomits, and there's a decent amount of it, and then they lay him in it, and they're like, "Oh, are you okay?" And he's like, "I shit myself." It's
No,
pretty good.
no.
But it's like
this one wasn't that bad, but he got hit right on the shaft, and it went right through his clothes. 'Cause he was just wearing a very
Right.
thin pair of
Yeah.
BDUs, and it went right through, and the squeal that came off of him, and then they laid him down. He's like, my dick. And so somebody has to take that out. So I'm so glad I wasn't there for that part, but it was the funniest thing you ever saw. My dick.
Yeah. No.
From that day forward, people were wearing cups during taser certifications.
Cock shot. Your poor wife.
Has anybody seen the video?
Now we know why the Tyrannosaurus is the angriest of all.
Have you guys seen the video of if paramedics had to get defibrillated, like cops had to be tasered?
No.
No,
That
now
sounds
I do.
great.
It's a great video. For those of you watching at home, I highly recommend that you search Fire Department Chronicles and
Hey,
it's-
look, it's Dragon Rose. Hi, Dragon Rose. Look who's here.
Hi.
Pookie. Code. You remember Gene? And Danny. Hi ho. Hi ho.
Howdy, neighbor.
Kermit the Frog here.
That was done very well.
It was good.
Very well.
It was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We need Squirrel here to do the Mickey Mouse.
Oh, good.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
See, he,
Don't talk shit to me ever again.
Fucking Jonas Brothers. Minnie, get in the van. Down to clean this shit up. Starting to sound like the like I'm in Shrek. Good God.
What was the voice that
Gingerbread man, no more. What?
Do you remember you remember when we were driving? Was it to Austin or I think it was to Austin, and Diesel did that voice. The very gentlemanly voice. Do you remember that?
Oh God, yeah.
Dude, oh, so good. It was years ago.
Dragon would like to say, love you guys. Pookie Code, love you guys. I'm at IckyCon right now.
oh, what's up?
Have fun.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot.
We're on the air.
what's going on right
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
now. Oh man.
Have everyone tune in.
Yeah, have a big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start broadcasting
Come on,
us.
Con. See where your troubleshooters are at.
Damn.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I want a job. Please pay me. It's okay. That wouldn't have worked anyways.
God damn. I'm not arguing. I just got
Yeah.
Hey, look. Have I ever sugarcoated anything?
Yes and no. You used to be more sugar-coated with patience, and then suddenly
He
okay,
hit the 5-year
so
mark.
You hit this. You had this like. And this happens to everybody because you got this like level of cockiness,
Yeah.
and we talked about this. You
Yeah.
got this level of cockiness, and went, "You're gonna die from this." And it's like, dude, you're like, I'm not gonna lie to the patient. If he keeps doing this, he's gonna die. Yeah, but sugar-coated. Like, if you keep doing this, it's gonna ruin your life, and you could possibly die.
You know
No,
what?
that's too long. I'm just gonna say they're gonna die.
Right to the point.
No, it was the kid who was on LSD at. It was actually at IckyCon. It was in a rave, and he even had it.
Oh, that one.
He said he had taken 3 hits of LSD before he came down, because he got ejected after that because he got arrested.
Yep.
But he was like, "You're gonna die." He's just like, and the guy's on LSD, so of course when you see Pookie, he's probably like, "You're gonna die."
It's that scene from Batman.
It's that scene from
Yeah,
Batman. You were fear at that point. You were Scarecrow. Okay, I won't ever touch it again.
You know what I've learned since then, though.
Crack-
Same
Crack
idea.
kills? Oh yeah, what?
Same idea of don't sugarcoat it. Is that
But-
a lot of the times when I go to a call and a patient has whatever problem, whatever it is.
I know, right? I'll go jack you guys into the TV in the middle of the lobby. Fuck yeah!
Do it.
That would be
Do
pretty cool,
it.
dude.
Do it.
Probably get pulled really quickly with their language, but hey.
Well. Okay, so we need to keep
Hey,
it
it's-
PG for like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Let's
We'll keep it PG for 15
Oh
minutes.
boy. Okay, fellas, let's talk about this.
Well, wait a minute. The next Deadpool movie is PG, isn't it?
well, it came out on Christmas
it did.
Day.
It's out?
Yeah, it was a PG. It was the same movie. They just
I'm
made
sorry.
edits.
I need to go see that.
No. Well, no. It made a PG version for the kids so they can go see because that was the biggest complaint.
PG-13.
Right.
PG-13, which my son Daniel will have to go see it.
Yeah.
But if they did a PG version, cool, because I really can't explain to him some of the stuff that Deadpool does at this point. Of
Are you there, God?
Of course,
It's me, Margaret.
yeah. But then again, they did just see the last Avengers movie where everybody dies and he throws his daughter, Gamora, off the edge. And my youngest will come in and be like, "I cried at that point. How could you just kill your child?" And I went, "Because they didn't clean their room." His room is fucking clean.
And we talk about, telling a patient, don't do drugs, you'll die.
Yeah.
Don't clean your room.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I want a gauntlet, because they know what that snap will do. They know it from the movie because they've seen it so many times, and they're ready for Endgame. Like when they found out the new title of the movie was called Endgame, and Doctor Strange in the movie goes, "We're at the Endgame now." He said the title. It's like, yeah, because he saw the future. It like blew their mind for a minute. I was like, "Thank you, Kevin Feige."
Hey, Tony did it back. What was it? Ultron or even the first Avengers, and he said, "No, up there, that's the end game."
Yeah,
He'd said it. They've referenced it overall a few times.
They have done an amazing job, and then now they're already talking about the next 10 movies, and now that the final stuff of the whole X-Men and everything from Fox is at the brink of being done. It won't be done in time for them to do anything cool for the next couple of years. They actually saw the video today. We were watching it earlier, but you know, they've got big plans for a reboot of the X-Men after this Phoenix. Whether or not they're going to continue with the story depends on what the crowd wants from it, what the audience says from it. But they're looking at a lot of good things, and they're not wanting to change. They're going to put Deadpool under, is it New Line Cinema? Under the New Line Cinema, so he can keep the rated R, and it won't be a Disney style product. So
because Disney has plenty of outlets to be able to do
right,
rated R stuff,
which is perfect as long as they keep Ryan Reynolds and they keep the same direction they're going in. They don't try to, that's like one of the few things that did really well. You went and saw Aquaman, right?
I did see Aquaman,
and like I saw you said it actually was good.
So I've been
without
catching,
spoiling it.
yeah, I've been catching up on some of the DC movies because I'm not.
By the way, love you too, Dragon Rose. Heart.
I actually finally made it through Justice League. Took me 3 or 4 attempts to actually. Okay. I fell asleep every time, almost the exact same part, and it was just I couldn't make it through it.
At the beginning credits.
I finally made it through Justice League, and in all honesty, I've gone back and watched it one more time all the way through, and I was like, it's not terrible, but it's not a good movie. It's just meh. Wonder Woman for me for DC was just that really good.
It was
Wonder
a
Woman,
diamond in the rough.
It was really just that. It was the high standard that no other DC movie right now has been able to uphold.
I think that actually that was more by casting. Like the girl, I can't remember her name right now, that played Wonder Woman.
Gal Gadot.
Like that was casted because she has the skill sets.
In that same vein, Jason Momoa is Aquaman to the fullest extent, and the girl who played Mira is perfect for those roles, and they had on-screen chemistry and everything. It was a 2.5 hour long movie, which was really long because they had to go through a lot of story, but the actual movie overall felt like Thor Ragnarok, that 80s feel with all the neon colors and all that. They kind of had that vibe going, but they actually had a good cast that got around it, and some of it was like, oh, really? You're bringing in He Talks to Fish jokes? Oh, he talks to fish. Oh, my God, he makes it cool. And you're just like, oh, that's really badass. And as an Aquaman fan, I've been an Aquaman fan for a long time, borne a lot of shit over the years. Jamil's called me out on
PG language, sir. Remember, we're still within our 15-minute window.
We get one more damn. I think that's
no damn.
Yeah, see?
Hang on. No, damn is not considered is PG-13. The S word
God,
and the
things
F
have
word.
changed since I was a kid.
You can say the F word one time in a movie before it goes from PG-13 to rated R.
Yep.
If you say it twice.
It depends on what else is in the movie, but you can do 2 if there's nothing else in the movie.
Yeah, and Pulp Fiction taught us that.
Yeah, but no, Aquaman was very well done, and I actually highly recommend going and see it. It was very, very well done, and it was funny. It had good pacing, everything about it. Jason Momoa just had fun with it.
Frank said no broadcasting. They don't have time. LOL. Oh well.
They don't have time.
I mean, it's 8 o'clock. It's probably a lot. I mean, panels are panels. Dude. They're back to back. It's how you schedule.
Yeah.
Anyways, keep going.
So yeah, Aquaman, definitely go see it.
Screen
Probably not.
in the hotel.
Probably not.
Hey, we
Dude,
don't.
it's
Nugget's not down there, and Will's not down there, so we don't have the guys who could tap into any of the audio connections or the network and be able to go. This is on every screen in the hotel now.
No, but Scott's down there.
Oh, Scott is down there. Yeah,
Scott
so,
still, was who is where I got this this DJ rig with all the board stuff touched here. He's the one to give us that. So.
Oh, very cool. Oh. So, but no, definitely go see Aquaman. It was, can't highly recommend it enough. It was funny. It was really, really well done.
If they had done that before, where they had done the Wonder Woman, I mean, we already had Superman, we already had Batman. We really didn't need them. They could have been the add-ons, and then we could have had an actual because Cyborg, I think, was the only person in that entire movie that made no sense.
Still doesn't.
To this day. Like, he looked horrible.
I can't read that, but 2 checks just came in.
2 checks?
They're texts.
Oh, text. Yeah, that's on our Twitch. A couple of things are closing down now, so yeah. Oh, well.
Give
It's
me
all
one
good.
second.
And then the dance. Of course, there's a dance.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
It is almost.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Jeez. Holy crap. I forgot.
I almost actually went down to IkiCon. I almost took a road trip just to go down there and say hi to a bunch of people, but I decided that I'm going north tonight. So,
Well, I'm glad you didn't, so we could get to see you instead.
yeah. I wish I would have known you were coming into town.
Well, originally there wasn't going to be any time for me to hang out, so.
Well, I'm glad you made it.
Well, you can thank the great state of Texas for having a huge-ass storm pass over DFW and through the area.
Yeah,
Thanks.
we're back in an area with weather.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
plans got
Don't
changed.
like you just wait a couple hours and it changes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're used to there are 4 conditions in Vegas that can be met. It is a combination of, is it light outside or dark outside, i.e. is the sun up or down, and is it hot or stupid hot? Those are generally the conditions that exist in Vegas. I mean, right now, right before we left, tell them what you saw outside.
All right, so right before we left, it's just, a week or 2 ago, and the neighbor across the street's out washing her car in her shorts and her sports bra. And I'm just like, yep, that's December in Las Vegas.
Yep. Yup. Pretty much. I mean, it nighttime can get pretty cold, but
That's the problem. Is everyone goes to out there and it's like, oh, it's desert, it's gonna be hot, and no, at nighttime this gets pretty chilly out there
Yeah.
too.
yep. That's why I work nights, because I don't want to.
115-degree heat.
The day I showed up in Vegas and stepped out of the car, the thermometer read 118 degrees.
But it's a dry heat.
Yeah, you know what?
It's a different
You know what a
heat.
dry heat is like?
Yeah, it's an unmoisturized heat. Yes.
Okay. So here's for those of you that live in Texas, you all know that when it gets hot in Texas, it's like a sauna.
Yeah.
The summer in Vegas or anywhere in the desert, it's like stepping into an oven. So I went from a sauna to an oven. Dry heat my ass.
Look, we've already
It's
read
still
the
hot.
label on the hairdry blower. No, we cannot dry heat your ass. There was a warning against this. We already told you this. I know your memory's a little lost, but
Look,
come on now.
Look, I wouldn't ask you to actually do that. I got enough hot gas in me anyways.
Okay.
So
You got enough hot ass? Is that what you were about to say?
He had to catch himself there.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he does
What?
have a pretty hot ass, so.
We've actually
Thanks for putting me on
we-
blast.
We've actually seen him naked. It's kind of funny.
I was about to say, everybody who's
His
met you
proportions
knows,
were really
sweetie.
weird.
hey.
Hey, left
Hey.
is a little bit
Okay,
more lumpy. It's
so
okay.
so to
We-
tell
we
this
accept it.
story, to tell the story,
While you tell this story,
I can't-
need to go use the restroom.
that's well,
so please
it
excuse me.
it
for-
involves you.
I understand this.
Because we weren't there. Ghost was there. He came out of the shower at one of the conventions and didn't realize somebody was in the room. And he walked out butt naked, hard turned around, and all Ghost saw was his ass cheek, his pale ass, into the bathroom. Because he was sitting on the bed looking in your direction. And the only reason he saw it was because of the reflection in the window.
Hey,
You didn't know anybody was there because he just kind of snuck in the room and he's in the shower. So, all right, go use your restroom.
okay.
First door on the left.
All right. Thank you. I'll be right back.
Let's see here. Gotta get getting
Aw.
busy. Love you guys. We love you too, Dragon Rose. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. We actually have quite a few viewers.
That would have been interesting to be on a big TV there.
Yeah.
Well, we actually did a show there once.
Yeah, we
when
did.
we had the podcast. We used to have a Blog Talk Radio, bullshooting show. We had at the time, because it was just a podcast, we had over 10,000 listeners because we had a big army base in South Korea that actually tuned in, because when we were on, it was their midday or their morning, and so because we were on really late sometimes. And then we were actually at an event, and it was Sunday, and we were having a dead dog, and everybody's like, let's do a show. We brought all of our equipment. So we all set up around this thing while everybody's partying, and we had all these people, guests and voice actors, and everybody come sit down and we do interviews. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
Maybe we should do it again sometime.
Well, the whole point of this particular rig, and I know you guys at home can't see it, is because it's completely 100% mobile.
There we go.
That's the whole thing. It's 100% mobile, and I have headsets in there so that if we do it, we don't ever have to sit at a table like this. We just put the headphones on, and we can sit away from the cameras and still be on camera.
I'm just
So-
going to say, if people wanted to come visit Las Vegas, you could have a table with our large dining table, you know.
You know what I really wanted to do, but I can't find anybody dedicated enough to actually do it, was like a role-playing game, kind of like how Matt Mercer does, right?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know he did that for the longest time until I started. I was like, man, I really wanted to do that. This is the exact same setup.
I'm just putting this out there. If Derek and I move back to Texas, I am in on that. Like,
I think it'd be fun.
I would be really excited to do that.
I would too. I think it would be a lot of fun because I like role-playing games. I like being the GM because I can be an asshole sometimes, but at the same time I just like playing it because you never know what happened. But his game went on for 2 years before they finished their first game.
Yeah.
And I watched that last episode and it was so sad because they were like, oh, and then like season 2 came out and it was like, yay! Because I go to sleep watching his 3-hour-long shows. They play for like 3 hours. Like, all right, we'll come back next time, and then it'll do his whole intro. It was really fun.
I actually got into a game the other day.
Roll to play. That's what roll to play.
I was walking by. My roommates were playing. They had their DM there and everything, and they'd asked me to play, but it's on a night that I'm usually busy, and I happened to be off, and I was walking by, and they're like, "Hey, you should come play with us and everything." And I'm like, "You know what? Tell you what, get that 20 die. You roll an 18, 19, or 20. I'll join you guys." Not even a moment's hesitation. Grab it, toss it, 18. And I'm just like, I should have just said 20. But they wrote me into a game. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm ready.
Hey, the DM loves me because I sit there and I do the craziest stuff. I decided to play a character. I'm playing a rogue.
Roll a 10.
Well, no, you don't get to roll twice. You got to pass that thing around. No.
Well, okay. All right.
Here you go.
Let's see what you get. I don't know. I got a 10. Roll.
I got a 2.
All right. Roll.
I got a 5.
So far, I'm in the lead. Here, just pass it back around.
I was just going to get up.
All right, Gene, you roll. Mr. 20 over here.
11.
11. He's in the lead. Let's see if he can do it.
I got
18.
18. Critical hit.
With a +4 modifier, I think there can.
No, I had actually bought these because I used to play the rolling game with Bat and Remy. They had this game that played. It was a lot of fun. It was like real world / sci-fi. So you were in this current time frame of whatever was going on, and he used the news to do it. But you each had special abilities. Some were soldiers, some were mechs. It was different stuff. It was actually a lot of fun. I don't think it was ever into that game because he had no book, he had no data. He was just going. Boop.
You know, I've played D&D style one time, and
You have to have a good group. The DM
Dedicated group.
Yeah, dedicated group. The DM also has to be. If the DM's not shaking his head, the players are playing wrong. Okay, because it's one of those things. Whatever ideas people come up with. Like I was reading one time, guy was like, "Oh, hey, the DM's like, in the distance you see a warehouse," and one of the players goes, "Is that kind of like a werewolf?" DM stops, gets out a book, and goes, "It is now," and just starts flipping. And yeah, that guy got punched really, really hard. Another one, yeah.
The werewolf approaches. His name is Warehouse.
Well, that's not scary at all.
No, not at all. I was listening to a story that my DM was telling me, and they were going after. It's a true D&D campaign. I can't remember what rule set or whatever, but they're going to this pub, bar, whatever, and they're trying to get this guy, and this guy's carrying explosives. And all of a sudden, one of the patrons in the bar throws his bag down and runs out of the bar. The rest of them were like, roll for evasion, and they all run out of the bar. The guy who got nicknamed Dumbass for the rest of the campaign grabbed the bag and brought it outside, but everyone else was talking and didn't pay attention, And finally he goes, "Hey guys, I got the bag." And the DM just pulls out his book, sets it down, and is just grinning. And everyone else is like, well, shit. The guy who's DMing for us, he's a shadow monk, and he can't get away, can't do any spells or anything to get away fast enough. And he goes, I pick up dumbass and use him as a meat shield because he's a dwarf with a shield and all this. And the DM goes, roll for strength, and rolls strength, does it perfectly, takes no damage, everything. The dwarf ends up living just barely and everything. So he was called Dumbass Meat Shield for the rest of the campaign.
You see, the entire time that we were playing, Derek's main goal was just to go against me. Yeah. Anytime I did anything, why are you doing that? I was a rogue. I let everyone know what she's doing.
You don't trust the rogues? What is this? Yeah.
Well, what is it, World of Warcraft?
I mean,
Templar assassin. Yeah.
I think that was the first time I ever saw role playing was in World of Warcraft, back when the Blood Elves first came out. Everybody was in Silver Moon City.
Oh, those days.
I still have the pins and the patches back there from the original.
Yeah, original
way
lineup.
back. Those things are worth something now, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's still going.
It is. I still got my. I actually
Danni
played.
and I still haven't played Magic more than 3 times.
No, we've played a few times.
I still have my Sliver in deck, so.
I mean, again, I think we just need to talk someone into coming back to Texas so that we have.
I want to come back to Texas after I finish school, okay? After I finish school, it'll be done.
How long is that?
So I just enrolled back in college to chase down a bachelor's of biology with a minor in chemistry. So 3 years probably. It depends. Honestly, it does.
I'll get you some Depends. We'll go to Kroger.
Well, bring powder with you.
No, you need to get your. I'd like you called me about it and you asked my opinion and I told you that I think that's. I was actually telling you and you were like, man, that's what I'm doing. I said that you would be perfect for this and I think it's your right path.
Yeah.
So when you get back and we all get broke, we know who to borrow money from.
The bank.
His new nickname.
Your new nickname is the bank? Pookie the bank.
Pookie the bank.
No.
No, it'd actually be the
For
bank
the Spank
of
Bank.
Yeah.
But for a living, if you're doing the chiropractic, never getting charged again.
That's right. That's right.
So when does the Bank of Pookie open?
It looks like it's going to be...
Bank of Pookie. That sounds like something in Vegas. Welcome to Poo Nanny Bar.
We don't have...
If you guys ever travel out to Vegas, we found a bar that is actually really nice. It's called... Hey, if the people who are owning this place are watching, free drinks, yes. It's called the Double Helix. And it's not too far off the Strip. And they've got some really nice drinks. The food is excellent, and the pricing's not too bad. We took my parents there when they came in for Thanksgiving, and my dad and I had the Whistle Pig Old Fashioned, which comes with you remember Whistle Pig?
We have a bottle at the house. It's yeah.
I got a bottle here.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Well, it comes served with a piece of bacon.
Yeah.
Right on top, and it is fantastic. And we actually had a few different menu items from the food, and it was really good.
So we were actually talking about making a road trip out to you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were talking about doing it at some point. Just driving out. We're going to give you a call. I'll be like, we need a place to crash.
Okay.
Save on hotels.
We got
Well, I
space.
mean, like we said, we finally finished the Pepto-Bismol pink room, so we've got 2 rooms for people to sleep in.
That's right. That's right.
You weren't allowed in there before. The paint wasn't done.
To be honest, I could be in a pink room. It doesn't matter. Just turn off the lights. Guess what? They're black.
Oh God. So when we moved to Vegas,
Did you have a house or apartment? I thought you had an apartment.
house.
You had a house?
Yeah. Originally, when I moved out there, I was living with my buddy who had an apartment until I figured out a place to live on my own. But we got this house, and the people that lived in this house before us did not clean once. So about from this high down, handprints and grease and crayon and colored pencil and pen and everything.
Sounds like children.
Yeah,
We had a lot of stick figures all over the walls and the doors.
I feel their
and-
pain.
Yeah.
I feel their pain.
So
You can say that too, and your brother's still kind of weird.
kind of.
there was such a thick layer of grease that we had to acid wash the walls. All of them.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Yeah, and we had to do it more
Man.
than once. More than each
So
wall
you got
had to
this
be
house
done.
at like a reduced rate.
No, because the Raiders had just announced that they were moving to Vegas, so house prices went through the roof.
Yeah,
I mean, we didn't
I
pay,
remember.
we didn't pay over the asking price, but we paid the asking price.
Yeah. All right.
And my parents bought the house, and I'm paying them for it. And when I described it, because they didn't there were no pictures inside, really, that showed this off, obviously, because why would you show that off?
Yeah.
But when I described this house to them, they were like, oh, man. Well, you've got a lot of work ahead of you, son. Good luck.
Here's a shovel.
To be
Right.
fair,
Jeez.
Derek's done a lot of work. It looks fantastic now, especially in the kitchen. There was a lot of stuff that he fixed, and you got to check out our countertops. He did the butcher's block. Beautiful.
Well, good. I need a butcher's block.
He knows how to do it
I know
now.
how to do it. It's not hard.
He made a little rolling table, too.
Yep, sure did. It's a food grade.
Wow.
So that way I can actually. So it's got. It's
Handy
basically
dandy.
like a little table that my dad and I made it. It's got casters on the bottom that when you kick it, it'll kick the caster down or up, so it can be on the legs or rolling around. And because the butcher's block is done in a food grade mineral oil and what was that other stuff? I can't remember.
Because of all this, he told me to stop putting my crafting supplies on
Yes.
it because it was for food.
Yes.
Did you
Hey,
see
look.
who's in chat?
There's Dustin.
What?
Dustin's
Yeah,
right
Dustin's
there.
in chat.
He just said, "Hi, Pookie. Miss you, bro."
Miss you too. Holy crap.
He's
We
here.
were talking
He's
about him
here.
earlier. He was like, I wonder where the fool's at.
Yeah, right?
Tell him to call me.
Yeah, Dustin.
Oh
how
yeah,
come
you're
you
supposed to
didn't
call
me
him.
back?
Yeah.
Jeez. Called you.
So next time on
Anyway.
Pookie's This Old House.
Right. Anyway. So this cutting table now moves around my kitchen, and I should have made it a little smaller.
What's up, buddy?
But it works great, looks great, and yeah, butcher's block is not very difficult, and I would highly recommend it if you want to whenever you redo your kitchen.
Yeah,
It's
which
much
is
cheaper. Well, I say that, but
Okay,
it's
so-
customizable.
the goal was this year
Okay.
to do the kitchen.
Yeah.
In the last 3 weeks, here's what's happened: our AC heater, internal, the big unit, which was a 4-ton unit, completely burnt out. And I
Yeah.
mean, but it was a 15-year-old system
Out.
that had to be replaced. So the outside, so we have a 5-ton unit in there. On top of that, my car, I had clicking sound. I couldn't figure out what was causing it. It's the water pump, the serpentine system, had to replace all that. I got a good deal on that one. I had just bought Jessica her new van. That's what you saw up front. That was her Christmas/birthday for like the next 5 years.
You're done. You're good. Don't ask.
That's all she want. Well, the car that we used to take cons, the Pathfinder,
Yeah.
it got totaled.
What happened?
She got hit with the F450 full metal body electric truck, slammed her. Her and his wife at the time, Gail, slammed and just completely put the whole thing down. It bent the whole frame. It was done. So she was driving a 1995 beat up, whatever little Nissan. It still ran, okay? Ran well. And so she drove that. And we got her the van, thank God. So the cost of that, and then the sink busted. Oh, the phone?
She needs a charge.
Oh, everybody wants to use my
Sorry.
charger.
I was trying not to interrupt you,
No,
but
no. Then where the
you
sink
insert
popped. Our wash machine blew up. I actually got a really good deal. I got a full $900 Kinsworth front loader with the bottom rack, everything for $150 because the guy's like, "Oh, it leaks. It doesn't work anymore." It was a $22 valve I replaced. That's it. little leak. Popped the top off. Went, "You're leaking." Pulled you out. Bought a $22 piece. Put in. Boop. Worked. Woo.
Nice.
So let's just say money's a little tight.
Understandable.
You know, So, and Jessica's going back to school full time to finish out her degree. So it's a one house income. So it's just been
little tight.
My fear is I'm gonna be like, all right, cool, let's start doing this. I'm gonna start dismantling the kitchen, and then just never gonna have something's gonna happen again. I'm never gonna have the money to get it to somewhere where it's like now it's par. It's at par. I can't get any worse. But
kitchens.
My cabinet doors don't always work right. You pull them open, they fall. You know.
Yeah. That's the problem we have.
Plus, it's that really nasty egg white.
Yeah.
I hate that color. We want this like dark rustic wood kind of look. You know.
Yeah.
Easier to maintain.
I really just want that rustic kitchen look. Like, you know, like a barn house kind of thing. I don't know why. I just do.
See, I would have liked the ranch house, and you'd have some good ideas for that. The ranch house was all rustic.
He said, my bad, I was on shift.
I can't read that from here, but yeah, I figured that might be the case.
I thought he said, my bad, I was on a shit. I was like, I had to look for a second. It's like, I remember your dumps, sir. They're Uber.
I don't think Uber provides that service.
They still are. I've been in the truck when he's farted. It's not good. It's not good.
I don't know. Between him and Bat, I still say Bat's worse.
Oh yeah.
And that's because Bat. Before you don't really know him, but if he ever starts standing beside you with his kilt on and starts swaying,
if he starts swaying
back and forth, that is his way of fanning it out, and he always hits you up in a fucking elevator.
Yes,
every
you know what? I still remember what was that con that we were
the one with the dead body in the room?
The what?
It was they had to move us rooms because there was a smell. We swear there was a dead body in the room.
Let's see.
No. This was
shit, where was that?
Yeah, I can't remember what one that was.
It was that long ass hallway.
Yeah, and we had to go all the way down, and we thought he had taken a shit in there and just stunk up the hallway, stunk up the room.
Delta H.
That's what it was.
It was Delta H, and we had gone all the way down. Yeah, we thought somebody had just taken a really bad shit in the room, and it kept getting worse and worse and worse, and we forced him to move his room. Come to find out, the room next to us, somebody had died and not checked out. And that was his, corpse. That was that smell that we were getting. And what's funny is, like, I mean,
we honestly
recognize that smell, but
we honestly thought it was Bat. We
thought it was Bat,
and we kept accusing him, and he kept going, "Guys, I didn't do it." And we're like, "We know it's you. We know it's
only
you.
Your shit smell like death." Nope, death smells like death. Yeah.
So we confirmed that it actually does smell like death. Yes.
Yeah.
His shit is deadly. Yes.
He took a shit that killed the person in the next room.
I swear,
That's
man.
one hell of a shit.
Oh.
Dude, well, he's got Crohn's.
Yeah.
And so he shits explosive shotguns. You know when he's taking a shit because it's on the back of the toilet.
Well, you remember Matt? My dad banned him from taking a shit in the house because it smelled so goddamn bad. He would stink up an entire house.
That's
man.
because his eating habits were mainly consistent of whatever he had after smoking pot. His dad, the 30-year veteran police officer, and this kid is coming to his house high as fucking hell.
Well, it's not illegal to be high.
No, but it's really stupid to come to a cop's house fucking stoned out of your mind with weed in your pocket.
You know, my dad didn't really give a shit, but...
He didn't. He didn't really care if he... It's just like, he would rather him be there where he was safer, but he would go in that bathroom and take a shit, and we would open up every window in that house.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was fans on the windows.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah, so my dad finally said, dude, if you gotta take a shit, you take your ass home and take a shit.
He lived like 4 houses away. He couldn't go 4 houses away.
Yeah.
The dog was doing this with their nose. I mean,
his parents probably banned him from taking a shit in his own house.
Go to the 7-Eleven. You don't come in here.
You don't come in here anymore.
Ahmed gonna be telling you, terrorist, terrorist.
It's a weapon of mass destruction, sir.
Exactly.
Chemical warfare.
That's right.
I don't know if Dustin ever met Matt or not, because I don't know. I mean, his
Probably.
buddies with Steven,
Yeah,
Kevin, so
probably.
he probably met him a couple times, but yeah, Matt was brutal.
I don't know. Bat just he can clear a hotel room faster than anybody I know.
He could clear an elevator. He cleared a dance with a fart.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that.
He cleared a dance room with a fart because it was time to go and people were like, we don't want to go. And he would just fan by them and walk away. And a minute later, they were leaving going, oh my God, do you smell that?
I remember that.
That was his way of clearing a room. Yeah,
It worked. But
vacate the area.
Could have done it easier with one of them damn.
Break out the police tape.
I remember remember when he did that. I was standing next to him, and he's like, Pookie, you might want to leave. And I was like, why? And he's like, I'm about to clear this bitch out. And I just looked at him, and I was like, you're going to fart a fan, aren't you? And he's like,
do you remember when he did it to Austin Fire Department during that call? Oh, shit. Okay, so everybody remembers Doug.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When he was still running with them. And we
Yes.
had that
Yes.
medic call, and he showed up with two guys, one being the rookie. And he knows Bat. He's known Bat for 10 plus years, and so he knows the fan just like everybody else. And they get in the elevator, and Bat fans. And he's telling us this story, and he goes, I just stuck my head in my shirt and didn't tell the rookies. And they got completely skunked out of the elevator.
That's brutal, man.
Well, we've had a lot of, so Austin Fire Department, especially the one that was right beside the hotel, and the police department had a lot of respect for us.
Yeah, they did.
Because one New Year's, it was a New Year's Eve. We were all standing up. This is when we had, a wannabe cop that worked with us that 1 year that didn't work in Houston.
I remember. I don't
so
remember his name. But
outside, we're watching everybody pile out at 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm literally on the 4th floor, which is, the balcony overlooking all of 6th Street.
I remember this.
And there's a cop getting into an argument, and suddenly the guy wails the cop and then starts piling, and his friends start piling in. I call it out of the radio. Here comes all the troubleshooters rushing out. And then, so I call 911, and I can see from this, I can see like 10 streets that way, 10 streets that way. You watch as these black uniforms, cops, cars, bike cops, like cockroaches coming out of woodwork.
Dude, there was a guy who jumped over a wooden fence that did not. It was one of those like fences that's just there to block off, like don't go this way. And he came out of nowhere. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just swarmed this area.
And you could see him like, oh shit, and they all start running. And then you were on the phone with dispatch, and like, there's a guy, the guy that hit the cop, he's running away. Yeah, this was his description. And then you see a cop, he's on a bike or something.
Yeah.
And he stops and he listens to his radio for a second, and he turns around and points at the guy, and they all poof.
Because I can see that. I mean, I was there for the entire ordeal, so I watched him kind of run down.
Providing Overwatch.
He had busted out a window of this little old shop that's across the way. It's like one of those really look like a little house, but it's like an antique shop. And he like threw something and busted out the window and was like, "Rah!" Super drunk.
Yeah.
And
super drunk.
that's the guy. And I just stayed with him, and then
Oh yeah, that was so great.
It was so great. They loved us for that.
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah.
But they got noticed pretty well. And then we also, my second favorite story of that convention ever is one where we put Keith in the toilet with the guy who was drunk, who had hand mid shit in the toilet. I'll rewind and I'll tell you. Here's the story. So we get a call from the hotel loss prevention.
It's rewind time.
It is rewind time. Loss prevention. They loved us because we would we could handle any situation that came on our way. And he goes, look, we've got a guy we think is passed out. We know you have medics on your team. And we had Keith and Pookie and Bonnie on the team at the time.
Yep.
Can we get some help? They're in the men's restroom. So we go in there. He's locked in. All we hear him snoring, and we see his legs. Keith goes diving under stalls, unlocks it, opens up. At this point, the fire department, police department, loss prevention, troubleshooters are all standing there watching this guy who is passed out, head down, hand in the toilet, mid shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Mid shit.
I was standing in the bathroom for this.
Yeah.
This guy is wearing a
Shiny
purple vest.
Shiny purple
vest.
vest.
Leopard print tights.
Right.
Down around his ankles.
Down around his ankles. So he starts doing
So Keith starts doing the sternal rub and trying to wake him up, being like, "Hey, wake up!"
Yeah.
Dude opens his eyes and he's like,
what are y'all doing
"What are y'all
in here?
doing?"
And he's like, you passed out. No, I
No, I
didn't. We're standing here with the fucking door open. Fire department, EMS, police.
It's been
LP,
about 15 minutes since we
troubleshooters.
found him.
Yeah.
We've been yelling
Right.
at him. He's been trying to wake him up. Guy's just gone.
Completely gone. So we said, all right, clean up, come out. Police want to talk to you. And he's like, okay, shut the door. The guy just stands up, pulls his pants straight up, doesn't wipe. And we know he's in mid shit because Keith has seen the mid shit. He's also seen this guy dangle. He's just like, I'm disturbed. He goes over to the wall, and they said, just sit down. He sits down, and you hear this,
You hear squish.
right? In the leopard, tight skin, leather, whatever pants he's wearing. Troubleshooters go, y'all got this. Deuces.
Literal deuces.
Yeah, I think I walked away too.
Loss prevention, like, we're with you.
Yeah.
We gotta go check on a hotel issue.
I do remember that when they put him on the stretcher, it went squish again.
Yeah.
And Keith and I are talking with the medic in charge of the call. And we're
I remember his name. His name was Brian. I remember it. I will never forget that name.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, just so you know, he didn't wipe. And the guy looks at us, and he's like, okay.
That look of fuck.
The reason why he said this was because the medics didn't have a cover on their mat.
Didn't have a cover.
It was straight blue pad, which means now they have shit all over this blue pad. They have to clean up when they transport him. If they transport, either which way, somebody's got to be funneling some shit.
When you have a patient poop on your stretcher.
I guess that's when the rookie comes in, huh?
No, there isn't. There isn't on an ambulance. The rookie is the guy who you're training, and when you have 3 people on an ambulance, normally, at least in most systems, the medic is busy giving a report to a doctor, and it means the EMT has to clean it up. Every so often, on a really bad call, personally, I would just be like, dude, just pull that off. Don't do anything with it. Just clean like the frame of the stretcher, and I'll come help you with the mattress part because
Yeah, you have to.
You got
tag team
protocols.
it. Yeah.
yeah,
For biohazard protocols.
yeah, you gotta. I mean, I have on more than one occasion pulled the mattress off, gotten a hose, and just.
Well, Derek was telling me a story about in Las Vegas, this guy who was convinced that his friends were just playing a prank on him.
Oh, yeah. So, without going into too much detail, because I don't know who would be watching, but
Well, Dustin is, and we didn't know he was there.
well, yeah, but so my partner and I get dispatched to one of the hotels on the Strip, and this individual has defecated in the you know when you have a door sill or like the door when it closes and there's like that little ledge before it's the wall.
Yeah.
He had pooped right in that corner in front of somebody's room. Not his room, somebody else's room, and had just passed right the hell out. So we get called by the security staff, and we're like, all right. So we start rolling him up. We burrito him in a sheet, and we had another one on the stretcher, and we burrito him up and put him down, and take him out to the ambulance. And, we're doing our assessment. He's not dead. He's breathing. He's got a pulse. Cool. So I start, I'm getting ready to start an IV on this guy, and he wakes up. And he's like, that just waking up out of being drunk state, or still drunk.
Yeah, I heard.
Sorry. Heard sirens when you started talking about
Dude,
this.
it's IPD. Why is this a new concept for you?
I actually don't hear that often over here.
Oh, really?
They run silent code through here a lot.
Interesting. Anyway, so he's like, what? I was like, dude, wake up. You're in an ambulance. What? You're in an ambulance. Why am I in an ambulance? You got really drunk and shit yourself. What? You shit yourself. You're drunk. No, I didn't. Yeah, you did, dude. No, this is a prank. Where are my friends at? Where are my friends at? This is a prank.
This isn't the Hangover movie 4.
Right. And he's like, this is a joke. Duh, duh. So in Vegas, they give us badges, right? Like metal, real badges.
Yeah.
Most
Shields.
EMS. Huh?
Actual shields?
Yeah, actual shields.
Oh, cool.
Now, granted, it's not like a police shield or it has any authority to say, like, I can arrest you.
Stupid people don't know this.
Well,
and drunk especially don't.
I mean,
Yeah.
it just identifies that I am
Signifies something, yeah.
Yeah, it signifies that I am actually employed. It's, and this is what I do, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I have it on my belt because I'm wearing a shirt that doesn't allow for the badge to be mounted. And he's like, nah, man, this is a joke. This is a joke. Where are my friends at? And I'm like, hey, look at this. Does this look like something that they just hand out at gift shops or you can buy online? And he's just looking at it and he's like,
Well, yeah.
and then it starts to set in that this isn't a joke. This isn't a joke. And he's like, did I really shit myself? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, no, I didn't. I was like, put your hand down there. Go ahead and check, dude. I'm not going to touch you after that, but go ahead and check. And he's like, no.
Did he wiggle his butt?
I didn't see. I had the sheet over him, and he's like, no, I didn't. I was like, yeah, you done pooped yourself, bud. Congratulations, you had a brownout. And he's like, oh, and he starts breaking down. He's like, dude, I make so much money a year. I can't believe I did this. It's like, dude, welcome to Vegas, where when you order a shot, it is a full pour. It is not shortchanged. It is not watered down. It is a full shot, and congratulations, you're also in a desert. You get drunk a lot faster. Oh, and you're at altitude. Congratulations.
Yeah.
By the way, Dustin said you're one of the few medics that actually do help clean up nasty crap we EMTs have to clean.
Yeah. That's once upon a time I was an EMT. Yeah,
memories.
Yeah, EMTs have a tough job. They have to clean a lot of stuff, and honestly, I mean, there are times that I wish I could trade in my patch and be an EMT again.
So you didn't have to do all the other shit?
Well, yeah, because there's like EMT, like there are some parts of being an EMT that it's great, it's easy, and it's just like, hey, I would do that all day. But then
there's the shit.
But then there's the other side. When you get to the other side of being an EMT, and you're like, oh man, why do I do this? I can work at Starbucks for which is sad but true.
The barista at Starbucks, handing you your coffee in the morning is making more money than you saving lives.
Well, I mean that's.
I have a white mocha for a Dookie. Dookie, are you here?
That's why
the Starbucks by my work, because I work in Richardson now. They do the whole mess up names. Do what?
Go. I'm sorry, I was finishing a thought.
No, it's fine. The Starbucks up by my work, because I work in Richardson. They have one of the places that messes up your name on purpose.
Yeah.
So we'll give them different names every time to see what they come up with. One of the guys came in, what's your name? Bo Derek. He would just be like, I'm Bo Derek. And it would come back like, Ho Merrick. Is there a Ho Merrick here? Just random shit. The only thing that survives our day. I go in there only just to hear this because I get, what do you want? Coffee. Right. You want anything special? Sugar? Cream? Hot? No ice.
I've gotten spoiled with coffee.
Well, we do know. We have a coffee ninja. I bought that. Well, that was Jessica's Christmas present. 'Cause we've gotten into coffee a lot more. So
you don't understand.
I don't know. I don't, because I'm not a coffeeaholic like you.
That's right. You know how my dad. Had you ever had my dad's coffee?
No.
No.
The most interaction me and your dad have ever had is where he shook my hand and thanked me for keeping you out of trouble and giving you something else to look forward to. That's the only conversation me and your dad have ever had. Because he was like, you were like 17 at the time.
17.
Whatever it was. He's like,
yeah.
Thank you for keeping him on the straight. We were worried about this kid.
I was a bad kid. I was. It's amazing that I've survived this long.
And now he saves lives, people.
Yes, that's true.
And
that's even scarier.
Now we trust him with needles.
Yeah, you trust me with big electric paddles.
Ominous.
Yeah.
Today's moral of the story.
I'm real sorry. This is gonna hurt. Pow!
You
Put your back
giggle
in
each
rhythm
time.
now.
But you got a rhythm now. It's fine. It's good. He'll live another 30 minutes.
Minimum. And if you
At
don't
minimum.
worry. It's recharging.
Yeah.
You giggle each time.
You know what? Honestly,
Pookie with a Pookie with a defibrillator makes me think of Battlefield Buddies.
Oh my god.
Let
Good
me
old
die.
Battlefield buddies.
good old Battlefield buddies.
Have you
Yeah.
played Battlefield 5 yet?
No.
Oh,
You got to.
it's very
great.
nice.
So I've been. Okay.
Well, you've been a little busy. I understand.
Well, yeah. So it's only within the last 6 weeks that I've been able to use a controller, something like that. So
Yeah.
I for a while I haven't kept up with the
For
games.
a while, he was like, "Hey, Danny, play a video game so I can watch someone play a video game." And I was like, "Okay, I'll do that for you, sweetie."
you're lucky you had her there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
in all that retrospect, she took care of you.
Yep.
She's amazing. We always told you that.
Yep.
I mean, now that your arm was busted, you either had to go stranger or she had to take care of you.
Yep.
So, I mean,
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to, Toa.
I don't care.
So what was his name that came over to help you?
One of your shooting buddies we saw in the pictures, maybe?
What were they shooting?
Did he?
Look, this is a don't ask, don't tell.
Not in this show, it isn't. Not in Texas anymore. This is this is a blue county.
Which is unfortunate.
Oh,
No,
That moment.
I lost my train of thought.
did you actually have one? Because we were talking about her masturbating you, basically, and that was your train of thought.
Now I'm thinking about that. We're
It's
staying,
a long
we're staying
drive.
there tonight, right? No, we're driving back.
Not unless we win big.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll comp you a hotel room where your medic patch just
You guys
there.
do first responder discounts? Do comp rooms? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor, but you know what? I mean, he can, sry to save a life or two, and give us a little something.
You know what? Actually,
We'll be his cheer squad.
story about Sam,
Go, Pookie,
story
go.
saving lives in random places. So I flew American Airlines for the first time in a few years. I can't, maybe 3 or 4 years. Because every time I had been on a American Airlines flight, somebody done got fucked up. And it usually was something like,
The pilot. No.
no, not
Ew.
that bad. Not that bad. thankfully.
Stewardesses.
If we have a nurse or doctor on the plane, can you please push your call attendant button? We have somebody that's sick. Shit.
Well, guess what? You're not a nurse or a
Waiting.
fucking doctor, so don't push your button.
Waiting.
I like how Dave's like, see, told ya.
Waiting. There's no flight attendants moving yet. God damn it.
You're now free to move about the cabin.
Are you a nurse or a doctor? No, I'm a paramedic. Oh, excellent. Please come with me.
Even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first time this happened, I was flying from Rome?
This is back when you went over there with Doc and him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
If this is the same story I think you're telling.
yeah, it's the one with the pediatrician.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically what happened was they had a family, or they had a mom, dad, and a kid. And the kid was probably 3, I think. And we had taken off, and we were still climbing to our cruising altitude, and they said, we have a sick kid. And I had been talking to the girl that was next to me, and she had asked, what do I do for a living? I was like, oh, I'm a paramedic. And so the other people had heard that, so they had all started asking questions, and then we took off. And
What's
whatever.
this?
No, just kind of like asking about the job and what it took to get.
Do you do
be a
mammograms?
medic. Yeah, right. Only on one person. And
Hey, we had a tent at I'm sorry to interrupt your story, so don't lose your train of thought, but we had an awning at Steampoint November. It was a pink, like the breast awareness pink. And when they go, why is it pink? I was like, well, this year in November, we're supporting breast awareness, so we're here to do mammogram inspections. We will check every breast out, no matter what. And some guy walks up, and Bat went, oh, okay.
that's awesome.
It was Brandon's breast, but whatever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So they were they were traveling to the United States. I don't know exactly where they were from, but they didn't speak English, and nobody spoke any language that they spoke. So, but the kid is like, crying and obviously in pain and hurting, like kids who are sick do. So it wasn't a full flight. So we go to the back of the aircraft, and I have no equipment whatsoever. So I'm sitting there just relying on what I can see and figure out and blah, blah, blah.
Jason Bourne.
So
MacGyver.
I'm sitting there, and I listen to this kid cough, and then I take a listen to him, and I touch him and check his throat. He's got strep throat. Okay, cool. And I'm like, do you have any medications? On every flight, they do have an emergency first aid kit. The flight attendants do have a very preliminary knowledge of
First aid
first
responder
stuff.
style training. Yeah.
Right. So they are giving me the little placard thing that says what they've got. And I'm sitting there like, okay, this kid needs antibiotics, but we don't have that. So let's treat symptoms. So basically I come up with an idea to give him some Tylenol to reduce swelling, give him double the dose of Benadryl so that he'll sleep. And I think they had some aspirin as well that was available like right there. So
How old is this kid?
He's maybe 3.
So swallowing pills ain't gonna happen.
They ain't gonna happen. So right about this time, I'm looking at the list. This woman walks up and she's looking down. You know, she's looking at what's going on and she's trying to figure out kind of the scenario. And I look up at her and I'm like, "Are you a nurse or a doctor?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm a pediatrician." And I'm like, "Fantastic, you're seen." And she's like, "What are you?" I said, "I'm a paramedic." And she's like, why don't we work together? And I'm like, okay, cool.
The moment the doctor went, "You're seen," she went, "My insurance."
So I'm in the aft, the thing where they have the carts and stuff. I don't know what they call it, but
The galley.
The galley, yeah. Thank you.
If it comes to aircrafts, he knows it.
I mean, I used to know it, but I
No,
don't
no,
remember things.
he can literally fly anything. I mean, that's how much time he's had on a flight sim. I swear to God, he could fly fucking anything.
Pretty much.
Where's that pilot's license at?
I wish I had one.
He's working on it.
I mean,
It's just very pricey.
yeah, it is.
Very pricey.
My dad had one, and then he just let his medical go, and he's like, "Man, I don't care." Anyway,
You're in the galley.
yeah. So I'm in the galley. I'm looking at this list, and I'm pulling up my formulary to see what the pediatric dose for these drugs is. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "Okay, this is a guess because I don't know how much he weighs." And then the pediatrician comes in the back, and she's been with him for like 15 minutes. And I've been sitting here looking at what we have available. How am I going to make it into this? And I've figured out basically crush up the meds or cut them at like roughly the size of the pill. They're like, that's half, right? And then dump it into some applesauce and have the kid eat it. And she comes back, and she's like, "Well, I think he's got strep throat." Congratulations, doctor. You figured that out after 15 minutes. I saw him for 2. Hey, here's a treatment plan for you. I mean, I didn't say this. I was
I'm
like,
about to say, you kind of see,
No,
you're
I
like,
didn't
"Look,
see that."
bitch."
No, what I actually said was, yeah, that was my thought too. This is what I've come up for a treatment plan. What do you think? And she's looking at it, and she's like, "I don't understand what this medic is thinking because that's not what he needs." And she's like, "Do they have antibiotics?" And I was like, "No, they don't have antibiotics." And she's like, "Well, I don't know why this." And I said, "Well, I guessed I had to guess his weight, but these are the doses that I have available. You can double check my math and see if it agrees, but we treat the symptoms. He goes to sleep. We don't all want to kill each other on this plane." And she's like, "Let me see that." Takes a look at it, and she's like, "Yeah, that sounds good." I said, "Okay." So the kid sleeps.
Did she whisper to you the entire time? She's just like, "Pookie, when you're done with this, I want you to come."
I need you to come visit me at the center back. Just kidding. She's a pediatrician. She makes lots of money. It's first class.
I really want to understand Mile High Club.
Well, when you grow a little older, we can tell you. And if you're
The
really
pediatrician? She probably was older than you.
yeah, she was.
How much older? You say more than 10, she could teach you something new. Back in my
maybe
day,
like 8 years.
Pepperidge
5 to
Farm
10.
remembers how to
I'm just
bend this
going
way.
middle.
Arthritis in the hips keeps
The
me from
second
splitting.
time was the second and third times were a little easier. The second time when I was flying back from Vegas, and dude had just drank too much, super hungover, super dehydrated, just super hungover. I mean, like really bad hungover. Should not be on a fucking plane. Hungover.
Should not pee on a fucking... Yes, you should not pee on a fucking plane. I'm assuming you meant B.
Yes.
Okay.
The third time was when I was flying, from Austin to Dallas.
The
at
fuck
some
would you
point.
fly that? That is the-
I had to get back quick.
Wait, was this is that con you had to fly out for, isn't it? You flew out at one of a conventions.
I'm sorry, yeah, I flipped it. Dallas to Austin.
Oh,
That
okay.
was that con.
Yeah.
It was very minor. It was just somebody was having some trouble.
It's like a
breathing.
30-minute flight.
I know.
It was,
Yeah,
but
they still got
he
you.
literally got the flight for like $79. He was
Yeah.
like, "Shit, I'm just gonna fly and drive back with y'all," and he ended up doing. That's what he did.
Yeah, it was working.
Because I think Diesel went to go pick him up.
I've done it to San Antonio. It's not a bad flight.
No, it's not.
I enjoy the drive. I do.
Yeah. So anyway, it was
Solidarity.
just something minor. It was an asthma problem, and they had the equipment necessary to correct that, and I just went back and fine. But yeah, but this last time that I flew on American on the 26th, we sat on the tarmac for 3 hours, and then they canceled my flight. I was pissed.
So you're not flying American anymore.
No, probably not. If I can avoid it.
Well, we're literally out of time. We're actually 13 minutes beyond our time.
Oh, whoops.
Oh,
It's okay. It's been fun.
It has been fun.
yeah.
We'll have to do this again.
We will. I mean, do we have enough time that I can finish a beer?
I don't care. I'm down for whatever.
Well, crowd that's watching, can we continue? Do you want us to continue?
You got to do it in the radio.
Well, let's wait.
Let's wait.
That's right. Do you want us to continue right away? Let us know. Can Pookie
For
finish
3
his
easy
beer?
payments of $19.95.
No, it's $29.95.
Oh, we've gone up.
What are we fucking
Inflation.
Pornhub?
It's inflation.
New Flex Seal.
I do have a story about Flex Seal. It's the things not to do with it. There was a YouTube video.
Oh,
there
God.
was it involves a medic. There was a guy who was really drunk and he kept pissing himself. So his wife took Flex Seal and wrapped his dick in it.
Oh, God, why?
Flex Seal.
Wait. She wrapped his dick in Flex Seal for what purpose?
He kept pissing himself because he was so drunk. And he passed out. She got pissed off.
I'm not really seeing why that would stop the problem.
Flex Seal is
If it
watertight
can make it
seal.
to where a screen
Flex
door
Seal-
can be a boat,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Okay,
it's-
Flex Seal is.
No,
I've used
get
it for.
it.
Have you ever actually used it?
No.
Okay, the glue on it. If you touch it, I mean, you literally have to rip your finger off. It's so incredibly adhesive, and it is watertight seal. When it seals, the only thing that takes that seal off is if you rip it off or you heat it up to like, what was it, like 250,
It's-
300
it's off.
degrees before it will start to loosen. The 500 degrees will actually allow you to actually pull it off. They cut a boat in half and put Flex Seal down
Yeah,
the
I
middle,
saw
and it's
that.
still,
Yeah,
it's legitimate. And
it's not
Drink
stuffy.
one for me. I'm on shift, so I can't. LOL, says Dustin.
So is that Dustin?
Yeah,
Cheers, buddy.
but yeah, she flex sealed his dick, and the medic response in the end, like they had the whole 911 call.
Yeah.
From him drunk. I just fucking hurt. I can't. There's some black shit on my dick, you know. And it was told the whole story of the wife had put Flex Seal on his crotch, his private area. Unfortunately, due to the adhesive of this, they had to use some kind of acetone or something to get it off, which caused burning and second-degree burns along his genitalia. Our next story involved, and I was just like, I have Flex Seal in this house. The first thing I did was hide that motherfucker. Yeah.
I'm thinking about that.
No, so we were. Yeah, we'll let you finish your beer. So we were talking about plane stuff a little bit. You, like I said, he can literally fly a plane if you really want to. Why
Yeah,
haven't
me and
you?
Justin actually went with a instructor one time up there by DFW Airport.
Do you remember the Arlington flight sims that we used to go to?
Yeah, was it Air Combat?
The air combat flight sims.
Yeah.
You sat in the
it
actual
reopened for
air
a little while.
simulators that rotate and pitch and yaw, and then you have a screen in front of you, and it's got your purviews. And you would fly 4-on-4 fly, or 2v2, but you would fly against each other.
Yeah.
And it was air combat. It was so much fun. And then they closed down. Like the one year I had actually gotten enough money to go out there and do it again.
Well, they reopened it for a little while, and it lasted like a year
Do you play War Thunder at all?
all the time.
Do you? How do I
And
get
World of
really
Warships.
good at War Thunder?
You don't crash.
You don't crash.
Okay, I very rarely crash.
Get good,
unless-
son.
So the trick is altitude.
Yeah, I know that, but like because I don't have any.
Wait till you play it on VR. You're gonna fucking blow your mind.
Dude, I'm so excited to play it on
You're
VR.
also
I really
do
am.
not do it on a full stomach and be sitting down the first time you ever do it. I will tell you this from everybody that I've ever seen play that game the first time when you have VR.
Puke
They
everywhere.
try to stand up when they do it, and if they're not, they lose their balance. They've crashed into windows, and you already got enough metal in your body. Let's not add some more, like a rod in the head.
My laptop is able to do it or able to run it. So I joined a chat room basically where it's just everybody in a room,
A Discord.
dicking with stuff. Yeah, and you can spawn in items, right? So you can spawn in things like rocket launchers and suction pads to climb walls. And, you
In
know.
War Thunder?
No.
Oh, I was like,
That's a new one.
In
War
VR.
Thunder, man.
In VR.
oh,
In
okay.
VR,
I was
like
like,
VR chat.
what
Yeah.
the fuck?
So
Why don't I
I've
remember
actually
this?
seen
I
somebody play
found-
VR chat.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, what kind of stuff is in here? A jetpack. Oh, yeah, let's see what that does. Click. There's a globe on my right hand now. Okay, cool. So I get out of the menu and I'm like, well, I guess I push trigger to make it go. And I'm standing on this ledge, and I had already had the experience of I'm standing on the ledge, but to center myself in the play space, I have to step off of the ledge and then move my character back to the ledge, which is trippy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, it's fine.
This is how you jump. Oh, I can walk on air.
Right, almost. So then I've got this jetpack on, and I'm like, well, how does it work? And I push the trigger to make it go, and I go from this ledge to go, and I'm like, ah!
I am Iron Man.
Right. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, oh god. So I just took a knee.
Please tell me. Start filming this when he's playing these games, please. Just
That
like
could be very
I was at
interesting.
my parents' house.
start
so-
filming this because
was
I would
about
like.
to-
Oh,
Oh,
I want to do commentary for overlap, being like the dick has approached.
No, there's this guy that's on Twitch. He's got a full motion 737 simulator. Shameless plug. Need about 500,000 to build one.
Yeah, he's got like a full rotates
Dude,
when he
it's-
fly. Like
it's
he's got it
insane.
gyroed into the wall.
Yeah,
Whoa.
he runs off of like 5 or 6 different computers. It's all
Yeah.
hydraulic and shit.
Jeez.
It's cool.
No, that's called money to burn.
Well, no,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
does hedge funds for a living. So he's
Once
rolling
again,
in the
money to fucking burn.
Right.
Yeah. But it's nice.
I do hedge funds every time I go out in the front
yeah,
yard.
you gotta cut the hedge yourself.
I don't see nothing for it. It actually costs me electricity money.
Well, no, there's a place, because you got the boneyard out. I think it's in New Mexico.
Can't hear you.
They got the boneyard out in New Mexico where they take aircraft, they chop them up. Well, they sell the cockpits, and that's how you start.
Oh, they got that in DFW now too.
Yeah.
Every month, DFW lights a plane on fire for their firefighter trainings that they go
Right.
out there for. Well, they really should announce it like a tornado warning because
Yeah,
people
'cause it's
freak
old.
out. They're like, the airport's on fire, terrorists. No, it's okay. Look, we're
Welcome
fine.
to Irving.
Right. Yeah. It wasn't even Irving that was doing it. It was well, I guess it's still Irving. Las Colinas was freaking out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's still Irving. What happened in New York with the power transformer? Did you see that?
Dude, that
Oh
was
yeah.
Okay, you remember the movie Thor,
Yeah.
right? Where the
Which Thor?
lightning, the whole sky turns blue and
Yeah.
light. That's what happened in New York when the main transformer hubs exploded just a couple of days ago. The sky was turning blue and green.
It was
and-
pretty cool.
It
and
looked
the
like
gra-
it looked like Independence Day.
Yes.
It looks
There
like
was-
here. I'll pull
Oh,
up a picture.
dude, I bet New Yorkers were like, "Oh my God, the aliens are really here."
They actually thought it was terrible. They're all freaking out in the videos if you look it up because
Yeah.
what it was is that glow was causing by just arcs. That's how much electricity arc was arcing that it made the clouds and the sky completely blue and flashing and changing colors. While the ground was flashing, the sky never changed blue because it was arcing,
Right.
and it was just whoa.
Yeah,
So-
it was pretty cool looking, I have to admit.
Whoa. Do you guys remember it was a few years back, that huge ice storm that covered the entire Metroplex in ice?
The
It was,
cobblestone.
it was Super Bowl Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
Super Bowl. It was Super Bowl week.
Because
'cause
then it went your mom's car and
Yeah.
got totaled because of it.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was out on the ambulance the night that storm rolled in, and I remember I was sitting there doing a chart in the passenger seat. My partner was driving, and I see this flash, and I'm like, was that lightning?
thunder.
And then we turn, we make a
Snow
left-hand turn, and we're driving, and I see another one, and I'm like, was that blue? And I said this to my partner. I was like, did that look blue to you? And he's
Transformers
like, yeah, it
were
did.
popping.
Yeah.
We take another turn, and then right as we get onto the street, huge transformer blue, and I was like, well, I guess we're not gonna have electricity and heat for the next 3 days. I'm not going home at the end of this shift, am I? No, I did not.
Well, I mean, 911 system was down for almost 14 hours.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
saw that
Yeah,
on the news.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
CenturyLink actually, who houses a lot of it, including DFWs, Nevadas, California, New York, a lot of the major cities, CenturyLink's had a server issue and they were trying to correct it. And they say, oh, it'll be down for an hour. When they found this error, it was down for 14 hours. They were telling people, just call your normal 10-digit number.
Yeah, because
Everybody knows their
Yeah.
10-digit number to the
Right.
non-emergency emergency hotline. There's only one place in Cleveland. There's a fire department that you have the old station boxes throughout the city, right, where you can go out and pick up a phone. It was direct line to the fire department. They still kept them running as like a vintage thing. It was the only way in Cleveland, part of Cleveland, that you could contact the fire department was run out to one of these random boxes.
You know what I can imagine?
Open
those
it
guys
up.
That are on shift. They were like, "Man, it is really quiet tonight. It is really nice. We've been able to have a meal and we've been able to take showers without worrying about it. Like, holy crap! Oh, this is really. Oh, oh,
Boop, boom, 1,500 calls waiting for you.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
you have 2,000 missed messages. Son of a.
That
At
was fine, that was
7:01
fine, that was
p.m.
fine, we got
But I know
it,
what you're
that
talking about
was
though, 'cause
fine.
I was in Cleveland a couple weeks ago, and yeah, they have like their own power poles just at random places, along
Yeah.
the highways,
Yep.
roads, just all kinds of stuff.
In the suburb areas, they're little red boxes. They look like mailboxes, and they're little red
No, I've
boxes,
seen
just
them
little pull
before.
down with a red phone inside, old school. And they keep them completely functional. And I'm like, man, they should really bring that back.
Something that they used to have right around the transition from telegraph to phones was they used to have emergency telegraph boxes.
They still have some of those.
They still have some.
Dallas has two of them actually.
Yep.
One's in downtown Dallas and one's in Fort Worth.
Yep.
And they're both inside the city hall
And
of each side.
yep. And
If in case of ever a attack onto a global system, that is the emergency backup system. Every major city should still have one.
yep.
If little known fact, if you don't know that.
No. There's a lot of really interesting
Now
things.
the question
Now-
is, do you know your Morse code?
Yeah, right. PSA for people. Thank you for spelling your name, Code. We appreciate it. I have no idea what you just said. PSA
Fuck
for
you.
my for my first responder friends and pals and people I've barely met. If you are on a phone service plan, and this is something you may have seen, guys. So Verizon and AT&T just opened up the FirstNet thing chart. So basically, if you are a first responder, you can go to your local provider or the other provider if you're pissed off with your current one, and you can say,
Shameless plug.
hey, I'm a first responder. I would like to open a phone line. Here's the benefits of these phone lines. It is unlimited talk, text,
Data.
and data, and it's something like $45 a month.
That's exactly what you have. That's exactly what we have right now.
I was supposed to say,
But-
that's theoretically.
It's- yeah, it's
yeah.
the-
It's basically all they do is tag you, and in case something happens, they know who to call
No,
first.
actually, here's what happens. You get put onto the network.
The emergency responder network.
Right,
Yeah.
and so if, like, okay, perfect example, October 1st in Las Vegas. Just like any other incident where there's a lot of shit going on and it's horrible, people call and totally lag the cell network so that you can't make calls. If you have one of these accounts,
You get priority.
you get priority and your calls will go through
Correct.
because they have like a separate smaller network that's attached onto the larger network that only you get to access. So
Emergency responder line.
right, basically, and it allows you to make contact with your family or make contact with your loved ones or whatever, or your boss or whatever.
Theoretically,
needs to
the
happen.
authorities, yeah.
Yeah,
And actually, that got started in 2001 with the World Trade Center.
right. But they just now made it really public, and in Las Vegas, they had just started it, I guess, because I had a buddy who was like, dude, check this out. Checked it out. It is legit. So if you haven't tried it and your cell phone bill is ridiculously expensive, you can try that out. Danny's on it because she is
in
access
relation
through
to
me.
the first responder.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
anyway, side note.
Don't fucking use it if you're not a first responder.
AT&T plug. Give me a discount on my bills.
Bitch, you're already getting first responders.
Yeah, but what if I want to get it for free?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't watch the show.
So, anyways, we were talking about snow days.
All right, Lauren, see you later.
What?
She was saying you guys are great, but I got to go feed the kiddos. We're actually about 28 minutes beyond, so go ahead and do your story.
The
We're gonna
last
call
show
it.
I watched, you guys were like an hour and a half over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But we have places to go.
Hey, y'all supposed to go gamble?
I don't know. How long is the drive?
Hour and a half.
And
We'll sleep on the way.
I am just putting it out there. I'm eating a slice of pizza before we make any drives.
You're good.
Just
We're not going. All right, shut it down. We're hitting the road.
Bye, bitches.
later.
Bye, Felicia. No, go ahead. I'm
by
sorry.
the way,
hang on.
Hey,
hang on.
it's my turn.
It's her turn.
I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say you guys were talking about snow days. It reminded me of another snow day. We were speaking earlier about the tragedy of losing Stanley.
Yes.
Right.
Well, it reminded me of the last snow day I had with Derek when we had gotten out of the house to get some groceries, get some stuff to make cookies. I'm having a great time. And then he looks at me and goes, "Oh, yeah, because, recently Leonard Nimoy died." And I stop because this was the first I had heard. And he keeps walking through Walmart as I'm sitting here having a crisis, realizing that Leonard Nimoy has died. It was much more gentle when I found out that Stanley had passed.
Yeah, I felt kind of bad about that, actually, because it had been about a week, and I thought she had seen it, and she hadn't.
So you're a Leonard Nimoy fan?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. So I got some trivia questions for you then.
Let's not.
No, because I actually saw this on College Humor. It was actually pretty good. What was the original color of Leonard Nimoy's skin paint that they were going to do before they decided with the greenish gray that they went with? Does anybody know what his original color was supposed to be?
Blue.
No.
I'm gonna say it was probably like a forest green color, dark
No?
green.
Red. He was originally going to be a red-skinned alien, but when they did the screen test, because it was still black and white, he showed up as black, and Leonard Nimoy nixed the idea because they said it would look like blackface, and we're not going to do that. That's too disrespectful to other people. Second trivia question for you: what was the name of the paint that you can now buy to look like Leonard Nimoy?
I don't buy paint, so
Yeah.
It's a body paint for cosplayers. They may know this one, but it's called LN1. It was literally a color named Leonard Nimoy 1. They named the paint after him.
That's awesome.
Yeah. There's so many cool little things I found. It's called Geeks and More on the show, and they go through show you maps, and then you have to guess it, and they go actually, and then you do this conversation.
Interesting.
I'm super addicted to it, but I'm learning so much random nerd shit I didn't think I would ever know. Like Leonard
So
Nimoy
trivia
being
night.
red. Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, that'd be
Well,
good
we did do a
night.
trivia night here. So Dee was on the show, and so when we end this stream, we usually did a stream with hers, and we do trivia nights. It was guess the song, blah blah blah. So it was a lot of fun. But we were here till 1:30, completely fucking hammered.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I haven't been drunk since my buddy came over, and I guess I started an IV on him.
The next day, Derek goes, "Oh, the cat's been messing with my tourniquet." And I go, "Why do you think that?" And he goes, "Because it's
Dustin,
not where
are you
I
still in the
left it."
chat? Dustin, if you're still in the chat, let's talk about IVs and drunk parties, shall we?
Let's
Okay,
not, because
no.
we don't want to paint that picture.
No, we're gonna totally paint the picture because it wasn't his fault. But we were at a party. We all play hockey, and we had a guy named Jason that was with us, and we were actually at a friend of ours named Brent Land. We were out at Adam's Hat Studios. It's an apartment complex, but they're all giant studio. Jessica was there. We're having this giant New Year's Eve party. I think it was New Year's Eve. Either which, we were all super, super drunk. And they're all medics. Oh God, no.
The best response.
he knows what's coming.
Should I not tell this story?
It's too late now.
I will. No, I will wait.
You done started it.
No.
So
Shh, no. Oh, come on.
Uh-huh.
It was like
it's too late.
20 or 30 or 16
This
years
little
ago.
fly that keeps floating around this particular area is starting to irritate me.
Kill it.
I can't.
Dude, that's the problem. Can I not? No, legitimately, because I mean, it doesn't involve Dustin. He was just there. He actually found it. If he says no, I won't tell the story, but it's a great story.
Well,
I'll tell it offline.
I have a story. I know where this is going. So, because I've look. All right. Here's the thing. When doctors,
okay. Oh yeah, he said go ahead.
He said okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
he said go ahead. So we're all really drunk. Jason, somebody's had the bright idea of, hey, we got IV bags. Let's hook up. We'll all be sober. I hate needles, so I'm not good. Jessica's not, we're all good. Somebody hooked up Jason, passed completely fucked out, forgot to hook the other side of the hose to an IV bag, and walked away.
Oops.
So my wife comes around the corner and screams out, Michael, he's bleeding. And I come around, and he's just pouring blood out onto the freaking floor. There's got to be at least a quart on the floor. And so, and I can't remember if it was Dustin or Brent who jumped in and, like, sobered the fuck up real quick. Got it. He's good. Give me a beer. But he passed out so hard, and Jessica's just like walked around because the floors are all this like dark red or darkish concrete, so you couldn't tell. The only thing that caught her eye was the reflection of a light that shined off of it. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. So for
that is one too many IVs out started spraying you.
So when doctors and nurses and medics and, you know, medical professionals who have access get drunk, we have a collection of emergency equipment or, you know, sober up equipment. I have, and I'm not, yeah, right. I have been into a party where...
Last story, by the way, we're going to call it.
Okay. I have been into a party where it was like walking into a fucking drug house and you're like, I thought you all were professionals and stuff. You're in charge of people?
Oh, yeah.
When you know how to sober up, it makes drinking so much better.
I'll tell you what, man. You can go from blitzed out of your mind to pretty drunk to... I can function, but I shouldn't drive. In very rapid succession, with your training and equipment that you may or may not have available to you. And any paramedic or EMT or medical professional of any type is very aware of this. And it is great.
Yeah.
It is fantastic. But we wouldn't do that. That's illegal.
I've been to the medics party at several conventions, and you know what?
Yeah.
I let these people take care of other people. That's what got me. I'm like, you guys are supposed to be professionals.
They're sober all the time. Until the moment they're told, and he can vouch because he's the same thing. I'm off shift. Take a swig.
Boom.
Take a swig. Take it. Off shift.
Yeah, no.
Short of next time when we come, we'll tell. Next time they're in town, we'll go through the
Dude,
dead dogs of troubleshooters.
Oh God.
At IckyCon. On
the
6th
death
Street.
stories of us not wanting to wake up ever.
The story of which we had to escort the other Dustin, not Dustin that's on here, but the other Dustin from the bar.
Dude, I was in the bathroom when those cops walked in.
Yeah, I remember. We'll talk about it next time.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, thanks for joining us this week on One Up Weekend Live. Thanks to our special guests for joining us, Gene and Code, who are here, and Danny and Pookie. They're heading back to Vegas when?
Couple days.
Whenever they decide.
First or the second.
If they're here next week, they'll be on. How about that?
Probably not. But I do have something that we may have to talk about.
Okay.
Maybe I join in with my own chat system.
Maybe we'll figure that out.
We'll have to
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us again. We'll see you next time. Make sure to go to our website, oneupds.com. If you haven't liked and subscribed, or hit the bell icon. If you're on our YouTube, check out our Facebook. We're also on Twitch. We're also on YouNow and Mixed Stream. So check us out there. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Have a Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How about that? Oh, Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday,
Yeah,
Happy
happy late
Kwanzaa, Happy
Christmas.
Hanukkah, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. We're gone.